for this segment, I'm going to talk about how to help your children become investors. And parents, obviously, we want to teach our children how to be successful. So what's one good thing you can teach them that will help them for the rest of their life? Well, have you considered opening up the world of stock investing for them? And young people typically don't invest right away. That's what we see. Only 18% of adults between 18 and 25 hold any stock at all, according to a Bankrate survey. Many young people find the idea of investing intimidating or think they should maybe wait until they have more money to put away. Plus, there's no shortage of fun things that they can buy for immediate gratification. But what this causes them to do is miss out on two of the most powerful forces involved in making money: compounding and time in the market. And the earlier they can get started investing, the greater the potential benefit.
Jenny and me was like peas and carrots.
Now, for example, if a person invests $1,200 a year, so let's just say $100 a month, into a portfolio averaging 6% growth from the age of 40 to 65, so they get started later in life. So from the age of 40 to 65, you put away $100 a month into a stock portfolio making 6%. Well, what will happen is at age 65, that portfolio will have grown to around $70,000. However, if that same person starts investing that same $100 a month at age 18 instead of 40, then at age 65, the portfolio will grow to over $300,000. So that's the power of compound interest and time. And the best way to teach kids about investing, especially in stocks, is to make it easy and far for them to get started, in our opinion. If the young person is old enough to have a part-time job or maybe other source of income, parents can make an initial deposit into an investment account for them and maybe can incentivize future savings by matching each contribution the young person puts in. Over time, your kids will be able to see and experience firsthand how money can grow due to the magic of compounding. So this is kind of like making a 401k for them, where if they put money in, you match it. And since the stock market can be intimidating for young people, you will most likely have to help them figure it out, at least what investments to buy. And this is actually where it can get kind of fun. For example, they can invest in stocks of companies that they like or relate to, such as technology, biotech, or maybe video gaming. It really doesn't have to be complicated. The whole idea is to expose our kids to the principles of saving and investing and teach them a valuable lesson they will carry into the future. It's interesting. I have 3 kids myself, and my son, Silas, he's about a little over 8. I remember when I explained to him what investing is, and he was looking at me, check some of my investments on the stock app to see what was going on. He started asking me about it. And when I explained to him the concept, it blew his mind. It was like he thought it was like, wow, you mean you can make your money grow? You can make money without actually working, without doing chores, without having to do different things to earn it. So it really blew his mind that you can put money in something and have that money grow. And we've talked about it before on the show, but one good way to get them started is, if they have any earned income, is to open up a Roth IRA for them so they can go ahead and start investing. And over time, Roth IRAs grow tax deferred once they're 59 and a half or 5 years, would both have to be met. They can start taking that money out tax-free. So there's a lot of benefits of Roth IRAs for young people. But if they don't have any earned income, you can always maybe open up a brokerage account for them and teach them how to put money in different investments. And it's just a wonderful way to help them learn the concept of saving and investing. All right, so I want to give you a little news flash. We're having our workshops for the year, the first ones. So in January 22nd and 25th, which is Monday and Thursday of next week, we're going to have our Advance and Protect workshop at a fancy steakhouse, 5-star steakhouse, from 5 to 8 o'clock. It's the same presentation. You only got to come for one night. We will also have a webinar from the convenience of your own home on Wednesday from 5 to 7:30, where you can watch the same presentation on a webinar. And if you stay for the whole thing, you'll still get a gift certificate to a 5-star steak. But we're going to talk about our Advance and Protect process, where we actively manage our portfolios. We're going to talk about taxes, a lot of good things. You don't want to miss it. So go to the moneyhourradio.com and sign up. All right, we're going to go to break, but when we come back, we're going to talk about how China's stock market is in free fall, and also we're going to talk about how the QBI deduction may ruin retirement plans for business owners.
Hi, I'm Mike Pearshell, president of Pearshell Financial Group and host of the Money Hour Radio, heard every Saturday afternoon at 3 right here on AM 560. Did you know careless titling of beneficiaries on retirement accounts, such as IRAs, can undermine the most well-designed estate plan, causing your assets to go to the wrong person at your death? Did you also know that different tax rules apply to different types of beneficiaries? For example, the tax rules that apply to using your spouse as a beneficiary are different than the tax rules for using your children as beneficiaries. Tune in to the Money Hour Radio, where we talk about proper beneficiary planning. And please visit our website at themoneyhourradio.com, where you'll find dates and times for upcoming workshops on proper titling of beneficiaries and other important topics. themoneyhourradio.com. Log on today, attend one of our workshops, and tune in every Saturday afternoon at 3 right here on AM 560.
AM 560, The Answer. Welcome back to the Money Hour Radio, brought to you by Pearshell Financial Group. When you have retirement in sight, sound decisions are vital in helping you pursue retirement goals. Knowledge is power. You're listening to the Money Hour Radio.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Money Hour Radio, where we try to help you grow your money, cut your taxes, and have a very successful retirement. I'm one of your co-hosts, Ben Barzita. And for this segment, we want to talk about China and how their stock market is in free fall. And after a rocky couple of years for the Chinese economy, the country's stock market appears to be in free fall now. And in an attempt to stabilize share prices, authorities in China are even asking institutional investors not to sell stocks as foreigners are racing out.
Surely you can't be serious.
I am serious. And don't call me Shirley.
And by the way, that's only adding fuel to the sell-off. You know, investors, obviously, especially foreign ones, foreign investors in their markets, don't want to be told by the Chinese government what to buy or sell or what you can't. So that's just adding fuel to the fire. And the latest economic data showed that the country's property crisis deepening, while geopolitical tensions with the U.S. and Beijing's policy whims continue to put investors on edge. An intensifying rout in stocks has made China the world's worst performing major market so far in this new year. And the weak economy and lack of potential stimulus suggests investor confidence is far from recovering. Now, in addition, Beijing's Financial Work Conference earlier this week, sparked investor fears that a regulatory crackdown on the country's financial sector is now coming. And the concern is that the Chinese government will be very heavy-handed in carrying out what they consider significant regulatory activity, just as China is in the middle of private sector deleveraging right now. And we've seen this picture before with the country's crackdown in 2021 on technology companies. But this time, there's fears of a double whammy, as the regulatory action targeting the financial sector may hurt lending by banks, which are the blood of the economy in China. And China's market regulators have tried to stabilize the market by imposing restrictions that stop some investors from being net sellers of equities on certain days. This strategy, with authorities offering what's known as window guidance in an attempt to help the country's stock market bounce back, was first actually introduced in October. So the main question is, Are these efforts working?
How about no?
No. This week, Chinese equities plunged after the country's central bank decided to keep its medium-term policy rate unchanged at 2.5%, also failing to cut interest as widely expected by investors. And so right now, their stock market is at the lowest since 2019. And while the country's CSI 300 index, which is the 300 largest companies, sank through the past year, so last year was terrible for them, the MSCI World Index, which covers large and mid-cap representation across 23 developed markets, those countries started really going up from the beginning of the second quarter of last year. And it ended up being a good year in the markets last year for most countries. Now, the FTSE China 50 Index, a real-time tradable index comprising of 50 of the country's largest and most liquid assets, has plunged also. And coming into this week, compared to 1 year ago, the index is down 29.24%, so almost 30%. In addition, there's evidence that state funds are now starting to go into the Chinese stock market in a bid to try and stabilize the markets. So the government is actually coming in and buying ETFs. And it's almost like the national team is likely stepping up to stabilize the markets as they've done in previous crashes, says Marvin Chin, a strategist at Bloomberg Intelligence. The problem, though, is that such ETF-driven stock market gains, when the government's doing it, however, have barely lasted more than a few days in the past. That is, any bump up from it. And the moves may help improve very short-term sentiment, but do little to resolve fundamental problems plaguing their market. So investors are finding it very difficult to really justify any fundamental reason to be investing in Chinese assets. So I don't know about you guys, but I'll be investing in the good old US of A, baby. It's interesting because for 3 years now, the Chinese stock market has been doing very bad. And like I said, there was some years, like in 2021, which was a really good year for the U.S. stock market. Their market kept going down. Everything went down in 2022. And then 2023, last year, as most of the world markets recovered, China kept going down. And so far this year, it's as I just explained. So there's a lot going on there. And what's interesting about that is we have a lot of clients that sometimes ask us, we've heard that China's going to, they're going to take over us as the biggest economy. They're going to, they're buying up the U.S. and all this stuff. Believe it or not, folks, there's a lot of problems right now in the Chinese economy. They have a huge demographic issue. They have a lot of old people, hardly any young people. There's just a multitude of things going on over there. So, like I said, I don't know about you, but we'll be investing our money here. What's interesting is in our Advance and Protect portfolios, we look to put money in areas where we see momentum and strength. And really for the last probably 4 or 5 years, we haven't had any exposure into international areas. Actually, I think there was like one quarter, maybe 2-3 years ago, where they made the cut. But they've been subpar, and they just have not been able to keep up with U.S. areas. So that's where we put our money. We want to diversify in areas that are showing momentum and strength. And I bring this up because most buy and hold, most traditional portfolios have a certain allocation always to international. A lot of times it's divided up between developed international and also emerging markets, international countries. So you might want to check those positions in your portfolio because, like I said, the emerging markets, especially China, really has not done a whole lot recently. So I want to switch topics now. So I want to talk about taxes. And I want to talk about specifically, if you're a small business owner, you may want to listen up to this because this may affect you. So I want to talk about how the QBI deduction may ruin retirement plans for business owners. So as part of the Tax Cuts and Jobs Act passed in December of 2017, otherwise known as the Trump tax cuts, IRC Section 199A was created, which allows owners of small businesses, including partners, or owners of S corporations and sole proprietorships, it allowed a deduction of up to 20% of qualified business income, or what we consider sometimes in general, in business income refers to the profits of the company, okay? And so basically 20% of the profits, you get a tax deduction on it. That's a good deal. And while that sounds like a valuable opportunity, which it is, the QBI deduction may turn out to be a deal killer for creating tax savings for small business owners who make contributions to pre-tax retirement plans, like a pre-tax 401k, a pre-tax simple or SEP IRA. And this goes, against conventional wisdom, because most people have been taught that you want to put as much money as you can in your company plan to get the tax benefits and the tax deductions. The problem, though, is that with small business owners who qualify for this deduction and then make contribution to their employer-sponsored retirement plan, what will happen is you will end up getting only a partial deduction of only 80% of that contribution. So when you put money into the plan, you're not going to get a deduction on all of it. You only get a deduction on 80% of it. But then later in life, when you want to take money out of this, you'll have to pay income tax on 100% of the contribution plus all future earnings when it's later withdrawn.
Say what?
Yeah, that's just unbelievable. So basically, you get less of a deduction for putting it in than the taxes you'll pay later in life in most cases to take it out. So it goes opposite of what you want to do. So to understand this, let me give you a hypothetical example. And just bear with me a moment. I'm going to go through a few different numbers to illustrate this concept. So let's say Bob, a small business owner, paid himself a salary of $70,000 and then had another $80,000 of business profit that qualified for this 20% qualified business income deduction. So not the salary of $70,000, we're talking about the $80,000 of business profit he had on top of that. That's what this 20% pertains to. So this would give him a QBI deduction of $16,000, which is $80,000 times 20%, okay? So business deduction of $16,000. Suppose Bob decides to make a current contribution of $23,000 to a SEP IRA. That's what you can put in 2024. Will he receive a $23,000 SEP IRA deduction? It may seem that way, but when you look at it closer, the end result is less of a deduction. So this $23,000 that Bob put into a SEP IRA, it reduces his company's profits from $80,000 now to $57,000. So $80,000 minus the $23,000 that he put in. That's $57,000. Now, instead of being eligible for a 20% QBI deduction based on the original $80,000 of profits, Bob is not only eligible for the deduction on $57,000 of the profits due to that $23,000 that he put in. If we multiply the $57,000 by the 20% QBI deduction, Bob now has a deduction of $11,400 rather than the $16,000 deduction if no SEP IRA contribution had been made. So the end result is the $4,600 less of a QBI deduction, and that translates into the SEP IRA deduction being reduced from $23,000 that he put in to only $18,400. So that's $23,000 minus the $4,600. So he's only going to get a deduction on $18,400 of the $23,000 he put in. So this reduced it by 20%, like I said, because you only get 80% of the deduction. Now, what happens when Bob goes to withdraw the $23,000 from his SEP IRA later in life, because now he's retired, plus whatever the earnings had grown to? Well, now he's going to owe tax on the full 100% $23,000 contribution plus any growth. So the net result of putting this $23,000 SEP IRA contribution into the plan was that Bob was only able to deduct $18,400 of this $23,000 contribution, when putting the money into the plan. But then later in life, when he takes it out, he has to pay tax on the full $23,000 or 100% of the contribution.
That's the stupidest thing I've ever heard.
Yeah, I don't think that's how they intended it to work. Now, if Bob stays in the same tax bracket or higher when he later withdraws the original contribution amount, he will pay more tax than what he saved when he made the original contribution. So to say the least, this is not smart tax planning. A better alternative for small business owners in this situation may be to consider making contributions to a Roth 401k, or maybe a Roth SEP IRA, that's allowed now, or making after-tax contributions to a 401k. So a Roth fixes this. A traditional qualified contribution will pose the problems that I discussed. So Roths are the way to go. Now, there may be situations where small business owners may still want to consider contributing to pre-tax retirement plans. This would include business owners who can't claim the 20% QBI deduction anyway, which would be for high-income business owners of specific service businesses like health professionals, legal professionals, accountants, and financial advisors. Also, business owners who expect to be in a lower tax bracket in the future may still be better off taking the partial deduction today, even if it means paying tax on the full amount in the future. But most people we see are not in that situation. It's very important going forward, though, that small business owners, with the help of financial professionals or tax planners, understand the tax impact of putting money into particular retirement plans, because you want to make sure it's working for you and not against you. And what was interesting is I remember when this law came out, and it took about a year and a half before we started to hear about this concept. So people were doing this for a while, not really knowing about it. We've been talking about it on air since then. But there are some other things. And in fact, we have a Advance and Protect workshop coming up next week where we're going to talk about our actively managed Advance and Protect tactical process. But we always devote a segment to tax planning. And one of the things that we're going to talk about at the workshop is something called the PTE tax for small business owners, or the pass-through entity tax, where you will be able to pay your Illinois state taxes through the entity and not only get a deduction on the federal level, but you actually get a credit for your state taxes that you pay. So it's a wonderful way to pay the state taxes. We're going to talk about that in there. We're going to talk about all aspects of our Advance and Protect, where we move the money around. We go in and out of the market at certain times based on what we're seeing in the economy. So you don't want to miss it. There's going to be 2 at a 5-star steakhouse, one Monday and another one on Thursday of next week from 5 to 8 o'clock. And then there's going to be a webinar for the convenience of your own home on Wednesday, where if you stay for the whole thing, you'll still be able to get a gift certificate to the state. So go to themoneyhourradio.com and sign up. That's it for today. Thanks for having me hold down the fort. We'll see you next week. God bless.
This is Chicago's election station, AM 560 The Answer, WIND Chicago. Streaming at 560theanswer.com on the AM 560 mobile app, or tell your smart speaker to play The Answer Chicago.
Dozens are dead in the wake of this week's winter storms. I'm Jack Callahan, Fox News. The storms raking much of the U.S. are now blamed for the deaths of at least 55 people. Over 100 million Americans are under some type of wind chill alert stretching from Montana to Georgia. As the New Hampshire primary approaches, the candidates are making a final push for votes, trying to get a leg up in the race. Fox's Alexis McAdams is in Manchester, New Hampshire.
It is cold out here. I can barely feel my face, but that's not deterring these people who want to see the former president speak about one thing in particular: the border, and not just the southern border. How many people are crossing there on a daily basis in Eagle Pass, McAllen, Texas, but right here at the northern border. And those polling numbers show voters trust Trump's border policies. Trump surrogate representative Elise Stefanik has been out on the campaign trail talking to voters who say it is not just the southern border they're worried about. And Stefanik's not the only one on the ground for Trump. Tim Scott, who dropped out of the presidential race, is also backing him. But with all that support, Trump says it doesn't mean it's time to coast.
Former President Trump continues to lead among the GOP candidates there. Florida's Governor Ron DeSantis is headed to South Carolina just days before the New Hampshire primary, as Fox's Rich Edson reports from Myrtle Beach.
Pretty unusual place to be campaigning the weekend before the New Hampshire primaries. We're 5 weeks before the South Carolina primary. He focused on his time as governor, promising to declare an emergency at the border and dramatically downsize the federal government. A campaign aide says this swing through the state's a way to pressure former South Carolina Governor Nikki Haley to win her home state, and if not, to get out of the race. To this trip, a Haley spokesperson says South Carolina's a great state. We hope they enjoy their vacation time here. DeSantis says his campaign is doing what it needs to accumulate delegates and that it has a good foothold and organization in South Carolina.
The South Carolina primary is a month away. America is listening to Fox News.
Now, your official weather forecast.
It'll be partly cloudy tonight and very cold. The low tonight 4 below zero. Tomorrow's a partly sunny, very cold day again with a high 21. Increasingly cloudy tomorrow night. Not as cold, the low 19. We start the week Monday with cloudy skies, a bit of snow and sleet with little or no accumulation. Not as cold Monday with a high 34. I'm Rose Tamburino on AM 560. The Answer.
Get the latest weather, traffic, and news updates online at 560theanswer.com.
We all know that aches and pains come with simply getting older, but it doesn't mean you have to accept it. That's why I want to tell you about a special lady, Leah from Ohio, and her Relief Factor story. One Sunday, Leah was sitting on the couch in so much pain she was literally in tears. That's when she decided to try Relief Factor. Just 8 days later, she found relief, and she continued to get better and better. To quote her, she said, "I am truly amazed at this product. Like me, who after 9, almost 10 years, almost a decade of low back pain, lost that pain thanks to Relief Factor. If you're living with aches and pains, see how Relief Factor, a daily drug-free supplement, could help you feel and live better every day. Get the 3-week quick starter pack at relieffactor.com or call 1-800-4RELIEF. It all comes with the feel better or your money back guarantee. That number, 1-800-4RELIEF. relieffactor.com.
When you're serious about your concealed carry training and education and are ready to learn from an active police officer with a teaching degree, check out Illinois Concealed Carry Training in Midlothian. You'll learn safe, responsible firearm use, home defense planning, conflict avoidance, situational awareness, and how to remain physically, morally, and financially safe in the event you must use your firearm in self-defense or the defense of another. Weekday and weekend classes available.
I'm Sergeant Gary Carr, police firearms trainer and the owner of Illinois Concealed Carry Training. We'll arm you with what really counts, knowledge and training. All concealed carry curriculums are not created equal. This may be the single most important decision you'll ever make for yourself and your loved ones. Choose between 3 and 16-hour classes that are available both weekdays and weekends. We are your one-stop for concealed carry classes, fingerprints, and legal defense plans.
Register for a class today and get 10% off class fees with promo code AM560. Visit IllinoisConcealedCarry.com. That's IllinoisConcealedCarry.com.
Are you ready for an adventure of a lifetime? Journey with me, Dr. Sebastian Gorka, on the Patriots Alaska cruise this summer. It's an incredible opportunity to engage with me and other like-minded patriots on an epic 7-day cruise over 4th of July weekend. Witness the untouched wilderness of Alaska while discussing America's future. What could be better? Join me from June 29th to July 6th. Call 855-565-5519 or reserve online. PatriotsAlaskaCruise.com.
Portions of the following show may be pre-recorded.
AM 560, The Answer. Prepare to have your mind opened. The lies of the mainstream media are about to be exposed, and the hypocrisy of the left is about to be revealed. This is a revolution in how you think about politics, race, and culture. You've tuned into Black and Right with John Anthony on AM 560, The Answer.
I'm coming in hot. Yeah, coming in hot. Just like the fajita. I write what I live. My life in the speaker. I'm nice with the flow.
Welcome back to this week's edition of Black and Right Radio on AM 560 The Answer. I'm your host, John Anthony, live in studio. Oh my goodness. So much stuff to talk about today. But the one thing that's important to me, I was listening to, I don't know who Seb Gorka was interviewing, or he was being interviewed. No, he was interviewing some, Stiegel out of Philadelphia. He was interviewing him, and he said something, in my opinion, that was very important. So I put up a poll question on my Black and White Radio Facebook page. If you're following, please share the link right now. Give us a call today, 312-642-5600, 312-642-5600. I want you to hear what Sebastian Gorka had to say, and he let something out of the bag that I'm sure he wasn't supposed to let out the bag. I want you to hear this and give us a call.
I just want everybody to know he's chosen his vice president. It isn't.
Do you know who it is?
Yes, I do. It's not Vivek.
I do too.
It's nobody that anybody's discussing. It is a superb choice. Has nothing to do with identity politics. He's a patriot. He's a good guy. And also, he would be the first vice president who would really bring something to the table, who could be given stuff to do on behalf of the president. I'm not talking about, Dick Cheney, who actually ran things while, his boss was buying a new pair of cowboy boots. I'm talking about a vice president who actually implements stuff for the boss. We've been texting every day, and I want him to announce on my show. But
you're saying it's a he. You can confirm it's a male, not female.
I let that slip earlier, so it is a he.
Whoa.
It's a man, baby.
Oh, good one, Pistol Pete. Troublemaker. People that are listening, give us your thoughts.
Wow.
Who do you think President Trump has picked?
If it's nobody that was on stage, if it's nobody that we've been talking about, we've been talking about women. You said Huckabee and I said Gnomes.
He ain't black. Thank you, Blexit.
I don't know. This is the greatness of Trump. He keeps you guessing. He did it his whole presidency, and he's doing it now. And now this is we're going to take some soul searching. It's going to take some soul searching, I should say, for us to figure out who this might be.
All right, Valon. There were some good guesses on my Facebook page about it. I'm trying to sign in so that I could read off some of the names. And one that particularly stood out for me, Senator Ron Johnson.
Ron
from
Johnson?
Wisconsin.
That would be a good strong pick. That'll be a strong
Sounds like Pompeo to me, but I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know if he's still miffed with Trump. Miffed at Trump. I don't know.
Why do you think so?
Oh, because he wanted to run for president. And by Trump staying in the race, I heard him say something snippy at Trump. He just went on ahead and he didn't even get in the race. He just bowed out.
Well, Vivek said something snippy to him too.
Yeah, well, Vivek was talking about if he go to jail, you're gonna need somebody to get him out or pardon him or whatever like that. And Trump fired right back, and then Vivek, he bowed out real quick. Now he's on the trail with Trump.
Okay. So who do you think it is?
Oh, man, you got to give me some time, man. You put me on the spot already.
No. Who do you think it is?
Oh, God.
Come up with a name.
What was the Senator Scott from Florida? What's his name?
Oh no.
What's his name?
Is boring.
What's his name?
I know you're talking. I don't.
His name is Scott. Something Scott.
No, dude.
But I really think. But listen, he's very efficient.
He don't need Florida. He don't need Florida.
No.
Wisconsin? He needs Wisconsin.
Yeah.
Yeah. Who else could it be?
He does need Wisconsin. Yeah. You know what? We should think of it like that, state by state.
Yeah.
Instead of just people in general.
Yeah.
What state does he need? Swing state to shore up.
Yeah, it won't be Carrie Lake down in Arizona.
No. I heard him talking to Carrie Lake. He's already pushing for her to be senator.
By saying that it's not identitarian, basically. It's not Tim Scott. It's not black. No. It's not a black person. It's not a woman.
Rick Scott.
Rick Scott.
That's his name.
Give us a call. Tell us who you think.
Yeah.
Who do you think President Trump will pick as? Who do you think Trump has picked as his VP?
Right.
That's going to be something. Let's go straight to the lines. Mitchell, Des Plaines.
Hey there, guys. Team Aries, Team Taurus. My recommendation and vibe is he goes outside the box and gets Ted Cruz. Why? Because of this. He went against him in the primary, last election, and he is one tough SOB. Ted Cruz is the same mold of an LBJ, but just Republican. Okay,
I like that.
I like that.
I love Ted
He knows
Cruz.
all the inside scores, Verlon. He is a fighter. He'd be awesome in the debates. He's such a constitutionalist. Plus, he has a lot of savvy, okay? He's from Texas. He knows how the political game is played, and he plays it very good. He's a master chess player. And also, he's going to need a balance of power. Now, let me ask you guys something real quick.
He's not liked in the Senate.
Why do you think – why? Yeah, that you have to give that up. But let me ask you this. Why do you think the DNC chose Illinois to have their convention in Chicago?
Do tell.
Because I'll tell you why. The reason why they did it was because, first of all, Illinois is not a perennial swing state.
Correct.
It's because at the 11th hour, they're going to actually unveil Michelle Obama to be the candidate.
You keep saying that.
He's never going. That's why they're doing it in Chicago. The GOP they're smart. They're doing it in Milwaukee, which is Wisconsin's a perennial swing state. So the Democrats, that's their last move. It's going to be what I call a August surprise, because there's no way sloppy Joe Biden or who's ever playing him is going to be able to get through the next 4 years.
Well, I want to follow your train of thought and keep it in Texas. What about Greg Abbott? Strong on the border.
Ooh,
very, very good.
Ooh,
yeah, that's
a good pick.
Team Taurus, that's an excellent one, because right now that's going to be a big issue.
Yes.
This whole thing with the border control and how it's basically intercepting our cities. And he has to stay on that. Trump has to stay, which he's doing a great job of. What's that?
I don't want Tucker Carlson. I really do. I like him. I love Tucker to death. I mean, Jessica, no.
Yeah.
No Tucker.
No.
I thought it was going to be Lake. I thought that would be a good combination, too.
Who, Trump Carlson?
No, Lake.
Carrie Lake.
Oh, Carrie, yeah.
Yeah.
She's too much like Trump.
I thought it too.
Yeah,
I thought they both.
You don't need super strong personalities together like that. Greg Abbott, he's a strong personality, but he will defer to Trump, and he's a strong person that can follow in his footsteps once Trump's gone.
Well, in Texas though, the governor is really not the power; it's the lieutenant governor who holds all the power.
You sure?
Oh, I had a long conversation with what's his name, Murphy or Patrick, or whatever the Texas lieutenant governor name is down there. The Texas lieutenant governor really has the power.
Wow.
Yeah. Wow. Call me out. Tell me somebody call me and let me know. But when I talked to the lieutenant governor of Texas, he said, "Yeah, the power lies in the hands of the lieutenant governor." Thanks so much, Mitchell. All right, let's take him. Jim from Chicago.
Now, Jim, before you start talking,
why do you always interrupt him?
I'm sorry because
we got a minute left.
Oh God, Jim.
Yeah.
Listen. I want to know if you agree with me. Governor Hochul made a power call and switched the game from Saturday to Monday in the interest of safety for the fans and the players, and it was below zero. And when the fans showed up on that Monday to play that Buffalo game, they had to bring their own shovels to dig out the seats. It was barely standing room only. Did she do the right thing?
If I lived in Buffalo, I'd run for my life. That place has been snowing since I was a kid.
All right. You got 50
Buffalo
seconds, Jim.
Buffalo is Buffalo. I mean, they got more snow there than
Jim, listen, you got 45 seconds. Go.
All right. My pick is Mike Lindell for vice president. Rudy Giuliani needs a job. I was going to say, how long do you think Mike Johnson is going to survive this year?
Jim.
Yeah, that's one of our topics.
That's one of our topics, Jim. That's one of our topics.
Guys, go ahead.
Yeah,
you take your weapon. How long do you think? All right,
thanks, Jim. Yeah, we that's one of the things we in our weekly call before the show we talk about. I think that's going to be interesting. I don't think I want it to happen during an election year right now, though. I think it would hurt Republicans right now. We'll be right back.
November 2nd, 2020, marked the 100th anniversary of the first commercial radio broadcast. We're still here, and we're bigger and better than ever. You can still listen to us over this great radio station, but now there are no limitations. Your smartphone is now your smart radio. Listen to us online on the app, TuneIn.com, iHeartRadio, and Odyssey.com. Your smart speaker can find us too. With radio, there is no separation anxiety. We're always on. AM 560, The Answer.
Balance of Nature's fruits and veggies supplements, changing the world one life at a time.
Honey, I am like a different woman. I mean, finally one day I kept seeing that commercial and I said, what the heck, what do I got to lose? I started feeling a little bit better. So I got my sister on them. I got my daughter on them. I can't say enough about them. I really can't. Those commercials that you all do is the truth.
Step into the new year with a new you. Start your journey to better health by calling 1-800-246-8751 or by going to balanceofnature.com and signing up as a new preferred customer to get 35% off your first order, plus a free fiber and spice supplement with free shipping and our money-back guarantee. Go to balanceofnature.com or call 1-800-246-8751 and get this exclusive holiday offer by using discount code CHICAGO.
Is your child getting the personalized attention they need to excel in math? Mathnasium has a solution for students of all skill levels. Each child's strengths and weaknesses, creating a customized learning plan. If you have kids in school, you're probably starting to see how they're doing in math. Could it be better? Consider an individual assessment with Mathnasium. They'll pinpoint what your child needs to excel, then give them live, face-to-face instruction, either in-center or online, so they can catch up and get ahead. At Mathnasium, math is taught in a way that makes sense to students, so they understand it, master it, and enjoy it. Over 1 million parents have already trusted Mathnasium to give their children an edge in math. The Mathnasium method gives them the critical thinking skills they need to thrive, with the option to attend face-to-face online sessions or come to one of our 1,000 neighborhood learning centers. Mathnasium is changing lives through math. Learn more at mathnasium.com. That's mathnasium.com.
Calling all firearm owners, enthusiasts, and Second Amendment patriots. Both experienced and novice customers are cordially invited to visit MOA Industries in Bensenville. MOA Industries is a Class 7 firearms dealer providing a myriad of services, including firearm sales, gunsmithing, certified Cerakote application, laser engraving, firearms instruction on a private range, firearms transfers for only $40, and discounts for veterans and first responders. With a large selection of firearms, customization services, and CCL license classes and renewals, MOA Industries strives to be your one-stop shop for all your firearms needs. Visit MOAindustries.com today. Your Second Amendment needs are the first priority. No high-pressure salesmen, just friendly, relaxed professionals dedicated to providing the best service possible. MOA Industries is located in nearby Bensenville. Ready to pull the trigger? Call 630-766-7593. That's 630-766-7593. Or visit online at MOAindustries.com. That's MOAindustries.com. MOAindustries.com.
This is Black and Right with John Anthony on AM 560, The Answer.
Welcome back to Black and Right Radio on AM 560, The Answer. I'm your host, John Anthony, live in studio with the troublemaker, Silverline.
Yes.
We have to hurry up to get Jim off the phone. But the governor literally made people come with shovels.
No.
The stadium did not.
The governor moved the game in the interest of safety.
Oh, and the stadium said.
And the stadium said, man, you're going to have to bring your own shovel because we not shoveling this stadium. Man, they did. The fans came.
Well, they shoveled the field, right?
They shoveled the field, but they didn't shovel shovel out the seats. And the snow literally came up to people's stomach. I mean,
I didn't watch that game.
Man, I watched the game. Yeah, but the fans came. They dug out those seats. That's how much they love Buffalo. And yeah, Bills Mafia. And guess what they started doing?
What?
During the game, they threw snowballs at the players. It was great. Well, they threw snowballs at the opposite team.
Yeah.
And at the team that came to play their Bills.
David from Lansing, he has an interesting pick. David, welcome back to Black and Right, bro.
Hi, guys. I'm coming in medium, like the size of the soft drink that Governor Pritzker never orders.
Oh.
Large.
Small.
Large.
Vice President, are you serious, people? Not you hosting the show. I'm talking to, like, people out there within listening distance, you want Tucker Carlson as vice president? The only people that want him in are QAnons busy smoking pot in the basement or Democrats, because they know that he can't be VP or even president, especially with that giggly laugh.
Yeah.
But, I mean, he should stay in media where he is.
That's what we need him.
Yeah, that's what we need him.
I have nothing against. I like Tucker, but not in politics. But we need a second. We need a third chance. We had Perot as the libertarian small government presidential candidate. We had Ron Paul. They stopped him. Now we have Rand Paul.
Ooh.
Rand Paul. Actually, Trump. Ron Paul was the Trump. Trump was actually, comparable to Ron Paul. So, because he's kind of like outside the system.
Yeah, he took over a lot of his supporters. Yeah.
Yeah, Rand Paul's the same. He's going to get to the bottom of COVID and all that stuff. And
that's a big issue.
Perfect to be.
It is, but the way Sebastian Gorka was explaining that, okay. Thanks so much for giving us a call, David. That's an interesting pick.
Mm-hmm.
I gotta hear that again. Because listen to how he explains the pick.
I just want everybody to know he's chosen his vice president. It isn't.
Do you know who it is?
Yes, I do. It's not Vivek.
I do too.
It's nobody that anybody's discussing. It is a superb choice. Has nothing to do with identity politics. He's a patriot. He's a good guy. And also, he would be the first vice president who would really bring something to the table, who could be given stuff to do on behalf of the president. I'm not talking about, Dick Cheney, who actually...
Does that sound like Ron Paul to you?
No. But, I loved Ron Paul first. Before I gravitated to Trump, that was my first pick.
Yeah.
It was Ron Paul. Then I moved over to Marco Rubio when it got tight, and then Trump.
Yeah. I don't know if that sounded like a guy. Let's go to Kip from Stillman Valley. Kip, welcome to Black and Right. I can't talk to you.
I'm going to blow up your minds, man. You got to remember Scott Walker from Wisconsin.
Oh,
right?
Wow. Yeah.
How many impeachments did he go through? How many times did the Democrats run out of the state so they couldn't get arrested?
I remember.
Yeah.
I remember when
you remember all that?
I remember when Ed Schultz was alive, the TV show host on MSNBC. He led one of the, I don't know if it was the first or second brigade against him with the sit-in.
That's right. Now listen here, man. Out there where the clock tower used to be, which was fine. I used to cook at Bellamy's. I mean, you're talking 5+ stars. Everybody and anybody that ever went to the Metro Center went to Bellamy's. I mean, and at the Hoffman House and all that. But now that's the Hard Rock Cafe that's being built there. The casino and all that from Rick Nielsen from Cheap Trick and all that. So never mind about all that, but Democrats want there to stay at the clock tower right before it got leveled to have the casino.
Yeah.
So this isn't too long ago, but listen, let me go back to Scott Walker. Now, there's a man, if I'm not mistaken, he's in that youth thing with Charlie.
I don't know, but he does.
You know what I'm talking about?
He leads a foundation. I don't know if it's with Charlie Kirk or not.
No, it's not with Charlie.
Yeah, the guy, with the bagpipes. I think that he's got something going on, and but listen, my pick before Trump was Scott Walker running for president with Ben Carson. But that blew up, and we had Trump. You understand?
Yeah. Yep.
But a guy that went through the fire has already been tested as Scott Walker. Now I'm going to listen to you guys, and I love you all. And
thank you, brother.
Happy New Year.
Happy New
Peace.
Year.
Happy New Year to you too, man.
Scott Walker works at Young America's Foundation.
Yeah, Young Americans. I didn't know exactly the name.
That's interesting. Yeah.
He did. He is battle tested.
He's battle tested.
But he's kind of like the DeSantis from back in the day.
Yeah.
He didn't come off well with people.
Yeah. And he's a smart dude.
Both of them
I
are.
had a long conversation with him at CPAC in when did I go to CPAC? 2021? I think it was. 2022. Whatever year I went. It was 2021, I think. I had a long conversation with him. That's a smart dude.
Yeah.
You know, and I think that's why they got him at YAF. But Valon, I want to take you through really quickly. We got enough time.
Mm-hmm.
You know Trump's team argued before. I believe it was either Colorado's Supreme Court about him having total immunity. I don't remember which one. Somebody let me know in the thread where this was taking place. I just heard this on. I was listening to going through TikTok videos, and I just want to play only Trump's and the judges who sits on the. I don't know if it was the appeal court or the state Supreme Court, but I want you to hear what they have to say about Trump, and then I want to talk about. I agree with Trump about absolute immunity for a president. You want to come after him? Impeach him. If he did anything criminal after that impeachment, go after him. Trump was never impeached. So I want you to hear this real quick. Maybe we'll come back from the break as well and finish it off. But listen to this interaction between Trump's attorney and I believe it was the appeals court or the Supreme Court of a state.
The president who ordered SEAL Team 6 to assassinate a political rival who was not impeached, would he be subject to criminal prosecution?
If he were impeached and convicted first. And
so your answer is no.
My answer is qualified yes. There's a political process that would have to occur under the structure of our Constitution, which would require impeachment and conviction by the Senate. In these exceptional cases.
You know what I thought about?
What?
You remember when Barack Obama bombed that American citizen, didn't give him due process?
Oh yeah.
Could we have gone after Barack Obama? See, this is what this is going to open up as it relates to our presidents. I don't want the president of the United States to have to worry about those things while he's serving in office.
Now, you remember one time me and you were talking about the impeachment of Joe Biden or prosecution for whatever because of the border. I said no. You should not go after the president. The prosecuting him for Afghanistan and for the border. And I said no because that's going to open the doors to going after presidents for whatever.
Yeah.
You know, for something.
Well, they started that with Trump, though. The phone call.
Well, the phone call, but they didn't go after him for
impeached him.
Well,
the ultimate goal of
I'm not talking about for the phone call. I'm talking about for military actions because I was specifically talking about military actions when it comes to keeping the country safe. Even though it was a flop what Joe Biden did, how he got out of Afghanistan, I don't think he should be prosecuted for it.
Right, I agree there. But this interaction continues. Listen.
To authorize the prosecution of a president for his official acts would open a Pandora's box from which this nation may never recover. Could George W. Bush be prosecuted for obstruction of an official proceeding for allegedly giving false information to Congress to induce the nation to go to war in Iraq under false pretenses?
This opens up the door.
That is true.
Let's finish it off.
So you can't have a president without immunity. You have to have, as a president, you have to be able to do your job. But if this didn't work out, if I wasn't given immunity, then other presidents, when we talked about today, President Obama with the drone strikes, which were very bad, they were mistakes, terrible mistakes. You really can't put a president in that position.
What about when Barack Obama assassinated the Somali pirates?
Oh, or what about when they lied about the tape? That it was a tape that caused the ambassador's death.
Oh, yeah.
And they knew.
Yeah.
They were lying.
They were lying.
We'll be right back.
Just as a 23-year Marine, this angers me. But if I had left one confidential document out overnight on a desk, I would have lost my career.
It's a long way to the nomination. I still believe that Joe Biden will not be the nominee and somebody else will be.
It is very, very worrisome that Donald Trump is able to somehow convince so many Americans that he deserves any position of serious power.
Join the Beyond the Beltway conversation Sunday night from 10 to midnight right here on AM 560. The Answer.
Fox News, I'm Roger Stern. After 2 weeks of harsh winter weather, we're learning that 55 people have lost their lives. Fox's Jill Nato.
The state that's seen the most deaths is Tennessee, where traffic accidents and hypothermia have claimed at least 17 lives.
And there is more blistering cold in the forecast. Parts of the nation could see a wind chill of -30. With 3 days until the New Hampshire Republican primary, Donald Trump still sitting pretty versus Ron DeSantis and Nikki Haley.
The latest tracking poll in New Hampshire shows Trump at 53%, Haley at 36%, and Ron DeSantis at 7%.
Fox's Alexis McAdams in Manchester. Haley has the endorsement of New Hampshire Governor Chris Sununu. America is listening to Fox News.
It's a new year, and that means New Year's resolutions. Hi, Amy Jacobson here. And if one of your New Year's resolutions was to do more to help others, then we want to let you know that you still have the opportunity to make a difference in the lives of children in Latin America and the Caribbean through Food for the Poor. Your donation of just $80 provides food for an entire year for 2 children. That's life-changing. Just because the Christmas season is over, that doesn't mean that the need has gone away. Food for the Poor is a faith-based organization that works with partners on the ground to make sure these children are fed. You know, we talk a lot about the root causes of our immigration crisis, and one of those causes is the situation in many of these countries. This is your chance to help take care of others. To make a donation of any amount, just visit 560theanswer.com/foodforthepoor. That's 560theanswer.com/foodforthepoor. Thanks again for your generosity.
We all know that aches and pains come with simply getting older, but it doesn't mean you have to accept it. That's why I want to tell you about a special lady, Leah from Ohio, and her Relief Factor story. One Sunday, Leah was sitting on the couch in so much pain she was literally in tears. That's when she decided to try Relief Factor. Just 8 days later, she found relief, and she continued to get better and better. To quote her, she said, "I am truly amazed at this product. Like me, who after 9, almost 10 years, almost a decade of low back pain, lost that pain thanks to Relief Factor. If you're living with aches and pains, see how Relief Factor, a daily drug-free supplement, could help you feel and live better every day. Get the 3-week quick starter pack at relieffactor.com or call 1-800-4RELIEF. It all comes with a feel better or your money back guarantee. That number, 1-800-4RELIEF. relieffactor.com.
Having health insurance is important. So, if you or anyone in your family has Medicaid or CHIP, listen up. Check your mail for a renewal form from your state. Complete the form and mail it back right away so you don't lose your coverage. If you do lose Medicaid or CHIP, visit healthcare.gov to see if you're eligible to enroll in a low-cost, quality health plan. Keep your family covered. Paid for by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services.
A great smile can make you feel happy and confident. So when you consciously conserve your teeth, that glowing smile will show through. At Best Dental Group, Doctors Economos, Gavalis, and their staff are ready to help you create that perfect look or maintain the one you have now. Along with general dentistry, Best Dental Group is a multidisciplined practice with an orthodontist, periodontist, and prosthetic specialists on site. They use the newest breakthroughs in dental technology, such as titanium implants, Invisalign clear braces, and laser treatments. Don't let fear get in the way. They can recommend sedation to make your experience as comfortable as possible. Best Dental Group is located in historic downtown Bartlett and is a multilingual office. Call 630-830-4930. That's 630-830-4930. Or visit bestdental.org. Best Dental Group, sharing your conservative values and helping you to conserve your teeth.
Retirement planning can be complicated. From asset and legacy protection to retirement income and extended care, you need a plan. Tune in to Retirement and Income Radio, hosted by well-known Chicagoland financial educator Mark Kohler. Mark helps listeners in or near retirement protect their savings from market volatility while creating lifetime guaranteed income. Listen to Retirement and Income Radio Sunday afternoons at 3:30 on AM 560 The Answer, or call Mark now at 844-619-SAFE.
This is Black and Right with John Anthony on AM 560. The Answer.
Welcome back to Black and Right Radio on AM 560 The Answer. I'm your host, John Anthony, live in the studio. Hey, I stopped for a while talking about my website, blackandrightradio.com. Head over there. purchase some merch, I really would love to take this show and syndicate it, and that I'm going to be using the funds that are from there to help me start exploring syndicating the show out. So if you want to help a brother out, head over to blackandwhiteradio.com and let's get this show heard in many, many, many other cities and states. Right, Vlad?
That's right.
Even though you're leaving me. Oh, yeah. Did you tell the people you're leaving me?
Okay. You put me on the spot.
I did. I'm putting you on the spot. You're leaving me.
Okay. This is how it's going. Me and my 2 oldest daughters, one of them lives in Michigan, the one I brag about all the time. I love that state. She talked to her older sister and me, and we're all going to make a family decision to stay in Michigan. We've already made that. And I'll be with my 2 oldest daughters, their husbands, and my 2 grandkids.
Yeah.
And
you're leaving.
I'm going to make Michigan my state. I'll be gone for the next 3 weeks. This is how it's going to go.
Yeah.
For the next 3 weeks, I'll be moving.
We won't see you again.
I'll be moving to Michigan. And I'll be done moving to Michigan by the middle of February. I'll come back last 2 weeks. March.
Yeah,
I'll be here. I'll be in March because I have to secure a job.
Yeah.
You know, in Michigan is real easy to secure.
But what happens when your job says, nah, we ain't letting you work. You got to work Saturdays.
No. Trust me. My daughter lined me up with so many different jobs, Monday through Friday. It says it. So I'm gonna have Monday through Friday. I have Monday.
Sorry.
Monday.
I did an Amy Jacobson right there.
I know. I'm gonna do Monday through Friday, and then by the time April comes, because you and George talked about it.
Yeah.
I'll be transitioning to like every other week, every other Saturday. So I'll be here all the last 2 weeks in February, the 4 weeks in March.
Mm-hmm.
Then every 2 weeks in April. And as it goes on, maybe to like June, it may be once a month.
Yeah.
Once a month, I treat it like a vacation.
Yeah.
I'll be up here once a month, rent a room for a weekend, and I'll come into the studio, pop in on you, start some trouble 1 week of the month, and then I'll do that for the rest of the year. But I'm not ashamed to say it. You can't say the things that I say some of the times, but I want to
tell me about it.
Listen, I want Monday through Friday. If we could get that 7 to 9, but I'm just saying, if we could get that Monday through Friday slot, I will live out of a hotel to do this show. That's how dedicated I am. I will live out of a hotel and I'll go home on weekends. My family's there. They'll take care of my pets. They'll take care of my house, and I will live.
And your 9,000 cars?
Well, I got cars. I got cars. And I will live here in Illinois, live out of a hotel to do this show. But if something like that doesn't pop, man, I'm about to be 52. I got to live the rest of my life. You know?
I definitely feel you with that. All right. I'm glad I put you on the spot. But, this hour, I want to continue devoting to Donald Trump. I miss this legend. I wish this legend was still here. I wish this legend who made it comfortable for me to be a Republican, because I was so afraid of coming out of the closet telling people that I was a Republican. And I miss him, and Donald Trump misses him, because he was one of Donald Trump's biggest cheerleaders. And I'm talking about El Rushbo. I want you to hear what he had to say about Donald Trump. I just want to remind people of what El Rushbo had to say about Donald Trump.
I know they desperately want Trump gone, and I know that they desperately want it codified, that Trump cannot run again, because make no mistake, they remain scared to death of you, and they remain scared to death of Trump.
Listen to this part. This is the most important part of what Rush is going to say right here.
75 million, 80 million votes. And I'm going to tell you, you're not going anywhere. Even if Trump does, you're not. They can't separate you from Trump. And more importantly, they can't separate you from the ideas. They can't separate you from MAGA. They can't separate you from Make America Great Again. They believe that they can destroy this bond that exists between you and Trump if they somehow make Trump look bad, make Trump look like a reprobate, embarrass you about Trump. They can't do it because you came before Trump.
Boom. Mic drop. Right?
That's right. I mean, come on, man. Once you played the clip, I shut up. That's my guy, man. 15 years old.
Yeah.
He made me a Republican. I was an outcast since 15 years old. People didn't know what I was talking about.
Right. And he's right. And this is why I'm telling all of you who are MAGA, you're not a cult. You just understand a man who did the job he said he would do. That's why we support Donald Trump for president again in 2024, despite all the things that they've thrown at him. He's still standing, and he's still fighting for us, the people. Anybody that fights like that, I made a post that I trust. Donald Trump is the only one I really trust in D.C. I made that post 2 years ago, I think it was, 3 years ago maybe, and he still is. Because I know he's going to do what's right for the people and not for Donald John Trump. And all these other people that are saying that, they know they're lying through their teeth. Trump 2024. We'll be right back.
Balance of Nature's fruits and veggies supplements, changing the world one life at a time.
I'm always on the road driving, and I take care of people's dogs. I do feel a difference. And I'm always telling everybody about take Balance of Nature, take Balance of Nature. And the fiber and spice is really great. You know, sometimes when you're on the road all the time and you don't eat right and stuff, I take that and it's wonderful. It's very good.
Step into the new year with a new you. Start your journey to better health by calling 1-800-246-8751 or by going to balanceofnature.com and signing up as a new preferred customer to get 35% off your first order, plus a free fiber and spice supplement with free shipping and our money-back guarantee. Go to balanceofnature.com or call 1-800-246-8751 and get this exclusive holiday offer by using discount code CHICAGO.
We all know that aches and pains come with simply getting older, but it doesn't mean you have to accept it. That's why I want to tell you about a special lady, Leah from Ohio, and her Relief Factor story. One Sunday, Leah was sitting on the couch in so much pain she was literally in tears. That's when she decided to try Relief Factor. Just 8 days later, she found relief, and she continued to get better and better. To quote her, she said, "I am truly amazed at this product. Like me, who after 9, almost 10 years, almost a decade of low back pain, lost that pain thanks to Relief Factor. If you're living with aches and pains, see how Relief Factor, a daily drug-free supplement, could help you feel and live better every day. Get the 3-week quick starter pack at relieffactor.com or call 1-800-4RELIEF. It all comes with the feel better or your money back guarantee. That number, 1-800-4RELIEF. relieffactor.com.
Have you been struggling to find an easy, safe, and secure document scanning solution for Salesforce.com, Microsoft 365, SharePoint, or OnBase by Highland? Your struggle is now over, and it's time to get your documents and operations into the 21st century with IoT Smart Connected Scanning. It's easy to turn physical paper into digital documents and have them directly uploaded to the cloud with IoT Smart Connected Scanning from IDT. And you don't need a degree in computing or IT to make it happen. Using QR code technology uniquely configured for your specific business, anyone can set the IoT Smart Connected Scanning device up in 5 minutes or less, saving your organization money and valuable time. Remote employees can even capture documents and send them safely and seamlessly. Organize documents efficiently and securely with IoT Smart Connected Scanning from IDT. To see a demo or to order now, go to ready4idt.com. That's ready4idt.com. Use promo code SMART and receive 10% off your order. IDT, putting paper in its place.
And now, more Black and Right with John Anthony on AM 560. The Answer.
Welcome back to Black and Right Radio on AM 560, The Answer. I'm your host, John Anthony, live in studio with the troublemaker. You ain't causing trouble yet, but Valon, I want to continue this train, and I see you guys on the line. I'm going to take this, but I want to finish this. Did you hear what Jamie Dimon, CEO of J.P. Morgan Chase, said about Trump and
it's like
Trump supporters?
It's like a pre-warning, the same thing that that fat guy, I forget his name, that he did last time. You know, the dude that make the documentaries?
Oh, Mike Moore.
Mike Moore, yeah,
Mike
he's
Moore.
doing the same thing.
Oh, I actually had a clip from him last week I wanted to play, but I forgot. But I want you to hear what he had to say about Trump and Trump supporters.
But I don't think they're voting for Trump because of his family values. And if you look, just take a step back, be honest. He was kind of right about NATO, kind of right about immigration.
Mm-hmm.
He grew the economy quite well.
China virus.
Tax reform.
And you know what your leftist progressive said today about him?
What?
He loves fascists. He loves
Oh, they turning against him?
Basically saying Trump, because Trump is a fascist, that's why he's come out and said this as I was driving in today.
Oh, God, I didn't listen.
But he continues.
Worked. He was right about some of China. I don't like what he did.
No, I said China virus.
Yeah, I understand. He may have been right. And I don't like how he said things about Mexico. I don't like, but he wasn't wrong about some of these critical issues. And that's why they're voting for him. And I think people should be a little more respectful of our fellow citizens. And when you guys have people up here, you should always ask the why. Not like it's a binary thing. You're supporting Trump, you're not supporting Trump. Why are you supporting
It's hard to hate
Trump?
75 million of your fellow Americans. And
I agree.
It's done crazy.
And, the Democrats have done a pretty good job with the deplorables, hugging onto their Bibles and their beer and their guns. I mean, really? Could we just stop that stuff and actually grow up and treat other people with respect and listen to them a little bit? And I do think the economy will affect, and I think this negative talk about MAGA is going to hurt Biden's election campaign.
Now, I want to play one more audio clip. This is from Yo Boy, who you love, talking about black voters and Trump.
Among black men, Trump actually wins by 3 points in this poll, 49 to 46.
Shocking. It's shocking. First of all, overall, the Biden-Harris coalition could be called the Humpty Dumpty coalition right now. Just falling apart. The Latino vote on the ground, the youth vote on the ground, the black vote on the ground. This is not good. Now, there is a year to turn it around. The black male, that's a stunner. Black women have been in the lead, but black men haven't been that far behind. I think you've got a constituency that is losing hope and looking for change. There's a lot of the things that black men were voting for didn't happen yet. Nothing yet on voting rights, nothing yet on police reform, nothing yet on criminal justice reform. So a lot of those issues that were important for black male voters haven't been addressed yet, and the economic pain is real. The last thing I'll say is a lot of black male voters are non-college working folks. And some of the stuff that is non-college working, that's working for white working class guys, can also work for black working class guys. But you can't just expect for black men to stand in long lines or black women to stand in long lines, get nothing done on policy specifically to them, and then stay in this coalition.
Was that Van Jones?
That's Van Jones. I knew you would know who it was. That's your boy.
Oh, man. But you know what? He has been the leader as far as talking common sense for a long time.
Well,
when I'm talking about
Trump,
when it comes to Trump and his opponent. Yeah. Remember when he said this whole case is a nothing burger. Right.
You know, nothing burger. Yeah.
He got scolded for it. But guess what? He said it. He didn't back off of it.
Yeah. How important are those words from Jamie Dimon, though?
Very important. But and you see how fast they jumped on him. I didn't hear it. You heard it.
Yeah.
That's basically giving a middle finger to him and what he's talking about.
He said because big corporations love, cheap labor and all that stuff, that type of stuff.
Don't they?
Yeah, well.
Don't they?
Yeah, they do.
The company that I just used to work for when I first started there 12 years ago, what we were making, the Latino illegals were working there making half.
Wow.
Half. $5 an hour.
Gee.
Yeah. And when I started there, it was $10 an hour. Yeah. Then when COVID hit, jumped up to almost 30. So, I mean, I hate saying this.
So why you leave?
But COVID.
No, I'm messing with you.
Yeah, man, dude. Come on, man. Dude, do you really want me to take up all the time?
No. Let's go to the phone lines. Man on the street, Mark.
Hey, Mark. Before you start talking, Mark, I saw you on Channel 7 News advocating for the McDonald's in Skokie, and they shot you down, man. What happened?
Well, it's good to hear you guys. Mark Weidermiller, Man on the Street. I've been active in politics up here in Wilmette, and we're speaking in favor of commerce and jobs. And our village doesn't want it, and they shot it down, and now that it's just a big empty storefront. It's going to look like Gary, Indiana.
Oh! Well, really, they want the Baker Square to come back. It used to be a Baker Square, right?
Yeah, it was a Baker Square, and it's been closed 5 years. I actually spoke on it 6 years ago. They jumped their property taxes way up, and that's partly why they went out of business. It's happening all over Illinois. Taxes are killing business, and I'm advocating for commerce and jobs and less taxes. So,
well, what they said was they don't like the foot traffic from McDonald's. They don't like the people that will come over there.
Well, they said there's like 10 homes that back up to it. It's on a major highway, but it's commercial.
All right, Mark, get to your point. We got a minute.
Okay, Mark. Sorry, man. Sorry.
I want to tell you, I'm all in for President Trump.
Yeah.
I'm in for Trump. I'm going to see him at CPAC. I'm going to do whatever. I just posted a video where Nikki Haley endorsed him 4 years ago, and that's getting a lot of play on Instagram.
I saw that.
So I'm all in for him, and I appreciate you guys supporting my president, Trump 2024, all the way.
You know it.
Yeah, that's the only one, in my opinion, that can win.
And maybe it'll all be over Tuesday after this primary, because I just can't imagine.
I hope so, but that's what John was talking about. But I think it's going to go to South Carolina.
What?
We'll
oh,
see.
you think? I think DeSantis is out after New Hampshire, especially if he finishes in third again.
Well, he said that he's focusing on South Carolina.
Yeah, but the money gonna say otherwise. Thanks so much, man, on the street, Mark. Thanks for joining us. The money's gonna say otherwise, Villan.
Well, we'll see.
Yeah, because he's gonna run out of money really quick. You listen to Black and Right. We'll be right back.
Don't put your blame on me.
A great smile can make you feel happy and confident. So when you consciously conserve your teeth, that glowing smile will show through. At Best Dental Group, Doctors Economos, Gevalis, and their staff are ready to help you create that perfect look or maintain the one you have now. Along with general dentistry, Best Dental Group is a multidisciplined practice with an orthodontist, periodontist, and prosthetic specialists on site. They use the newest breakthroughs in dental technology, such as titanium implants, Invisalign clear braces, and laser treatments. Don't let fear get in the way. They can recommend sedation to make your experience as comfortable as possible. Best Dental Group is located in historic downtown Bartlett and is a multilingual office. Call 630-830-4930. That's 630-830-4930. Or visit bestdental.org. Best Dental Group, sharing your conservative values and helping you to conserve your teeth.
I'm Shalom Klein. Join me each week for the Get Down to Business radio show. This show is packed with ideas that will inspire as you search for best practices to grow your business. Whether you are an experienced entrepreneur or just learning the ropes, Get Down to Business will tackle the issues affecting your everyday work life.
Get Down to Business is covered by Tom Arabali, independent producer for Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Illinois.
Listen each week to Get Down to Business with me, Shalom Klein. Heard Sunday afternoons at 6 right here on AM 560.
Are you tired of going online every day and getting news meant to make you afraid? Or meaningless celebrity gossip fighting for your attention? Want something different? Something positive? Make your new homepage Christianity.com with daily devotionals, answers to life's tough questions, and meaningful Bible study from favorite pastors and authors on today's current events and issues. Now you have a homepage that reflects your life and your faith. Join the thousands of others who have joined Christianity.com and experience the difference that good news can make in your life.
We now return to Black and White on AM 560. The Answer. Here's John Anthony.
Welcome back to Black and White Radio on AM 560. The Answer. But I want to just let you know that our guest from last week, Chase, she sent me the email. She said, text message, definitely Marvin.
Oh,
and you know another thing?
God.
You know another thing? She gave me an update. 2 people called the next day.
Yeah?
To the suicide line.
Good.
2 people called. Ray.
Wow, they were listening.
They were listening. Good. Man, it gave me chill. When I read the text from it gave me chills.
Man, that's two lives.
I know. Let's go to Mike from Yorkville. Mike.
John Verlon.
What's going on?
Take my call. John, why did you have to play Rush? You got me all emotional.
I know.
Listening to him.
I love that guy.
Oh, gosh, I do too. Verlon was right. I was raised up on him also.
Yeah.
Anyways, sad to see or hear Verlon's looking to move. On the side note, hey, if you need a guest host, I'll stop in for you if Verlon can't. No, just kidding. I'll miss Verlon. Anyways, you said you were looking to see who possibly could be the next vice president, and I'll throw in his name because we haven't heard much of it, Eric Grinnell. And there's several reasons why and several reasons no. Now, several reasons why, because he was able to execute Trump's plans. When he went to go ahead and Trump said, I wanted this, he moved forward, and he did what Trump wanted.
Yeah.
So he was a patriot. He followed along with what we have.
Yep.
The only reason why I'd say no is because the man of his sexual preference is one, and two, he doesn't have a family. You know, in politics, you know that family is very important for people to see. So that's my point of view and my opinion.
Yeah.
So
I don't know. The way Sebastian, I don't think it's him, bro.
I know. I'm just throwing the names out there just to keep it going, but I mean, just to brainstorm. I mean, because that wasn't a name nobody was throwing out.
Mike Pompeo. I think that's who it is.
We'll see.
I can't see that.
I know.
I think Mike, he kind of turned his back a little bit on Trump.
Yeah, he lost all that weight.
That's what I said.
He lost all that weight for a reason.
What was he wearing a Chris Christie outfit?
Oh my God. Thanks, brother. Thanks for giving us a call. Craig from Mount Greenwood. What's up, brother?
What's up, Craig?
Hey, good to hear you guys. John and Verlon, two guys, man, on the weekend, guys, you guys are the heavy hitters, that's for sure.
Thank you.
Oh, thanks.
Anyways, on this Trump issue and all that, I'm going to give you like a little bit of a biblical outlook in that. Now, in the Bible, you see where God would raise up some strange bird to go and basically give a message to a nation, like wake them up about something, tell them something, all that stuff. I think that Trump was, when he won the first time there, was to take and reveal all of the sin of the nation, all the corruption, how the revealing is huge here with Trump.
I can see that.
Now, and then when he lost the next time, that was for the Christians, to get the Christians to take and wake them up and tell them, like, hey, get off your laurels. Everything isn't fine. Like, you guys got to get out, like, like preaching the word and sharing the gospel and doing all things. Got them. And now the third.
Okay, you there? Let's go to Robert from Bloomingdale. Craig, give us a call back.
Hey, guys, how you doing?
All right, brother. How you doing?
Good. Listen, we were talking about the president of New Hampshire and everything. I wonder, as a long shot, first of all, if the governor from Florida is looking for a VP spot, just like Tim Scott's looking for a VP spot, but I think it's going to be a woman for that job, like Marjorie Taylor Greene, because you get the woman vote and somebody from the South or Midwest, maybe the governor from Iowa. What do you think?
Nope. Trump said it will not be a woman.
No, Trump didn't say it. Gorka said it won't be a woman.
But there was an article that said Trump says it will not be a woman.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
what do you think it is?
That's what we're trying to figure out.
Right.
I'm trying to figure this out. It's like a puzzle, and it's just like I can't figure this out who he wants in there. I'm sure they're going to be good.
I agree. Thanks so much for giving us a call,
Take
Robert.
care.
Appreciate it. Wado, we'll take you at the top of the hour.
When you're in the market to buy or sell a home, commercial property, or even vacant land, let attorney Susan J. Kim step in. She's reliable, responsive, personable, and extremely thorough when helping you deal with an otherwise stressful transaction. Attorney Kim leads with her values and is committed to providing legal services with excellence. To contact Attorney Kim, visit sjkimlaw.com. That's sjkimlaw.com. Whether it's drafting agreements, negotiating contract terms, or closing on a property, Attorney Susan J. Kim can do it all. Over 10 years of experience and her wealth of knowledge tackling complicated legal negotiations and breaking them down into a smooth, easy-to-understand process is what she does best. So let Attorney Susan J. Kim step in. To schedule your legal consultation today, visit sjkimlaw.com. That's sjkimlaw.com or call 847-906-3166. Susan J. Kim Attorney at Law is a state of Illinois licensed real estate attorney.
We are the entertainment you love and information that shapes your day. We are your lifeline. We are your companion. We are broadcasters. Text radio to 52886 and let Congress know you depend on your local radio stations. This message furnished by the National Association of Broadcasters.
Matthew.
Huh? Oh, sorry.
It's okay. I just need you to listen to me.
I know that a lot of times, Mom, it might not seem like...
Mother Nature is a killer. I'm Roger Stern, Fox News. As many as 55 people believed to have died due to the storms that have hit much of the U.S. over the past 2 weeks in the Great Lakes region. They're dealing with lake-effect snow. Fox Weather's Nick Koser is in Cleveland.
The big event was yesterday. On the ground, a widespread 5 to 10 inches of snow fell all across northeastern Ohio, mostly yesterday, with the big winner being Shaker Heights. They recorded 1 foot of snowfall. The temperatures and the wind, it is bitter cold. Temps in the teens. The wind is gusting at 30 miles per hour. When we got here, Lake Erie, only a little chunk near the lake shore was frozen over. Now the ice extends all the way out to the break wall. Now about 20% of the lake is frozen over. And blowing snow really going to add to the snow drifts on the roads later on.
Much of the U.S. expected to warm up this coming week. As the New Hampshire primary approaches, the candidates are making a final push for votes. Fox's Alexis Adams in Manchester with details.
The latest tracking poll in New Hampshire shows Trump at 53%, Haley at 36%, and Ron DeSantis sitting at 7%. This is a poll of Republican primary voters in this state that's taken on a daily basis. Trump saying his competitors, Ron DeSantis and Nikki Haley, have lost momentum and continue to fall. So the question is, what do New Hampshire voters care about, right? Well, they tell me it's the border. They want a president who can handle the immigration issue. And right now, polling shows they trust Trump's border policies. They're worried about the northern border, so that's why these candidates continue to hammer that home. That includes former Governor Nikki Haley, who's been really upping her rhetoric and attacks against the former president.
The former president leading among Republican candidates. America is listening to Fox News.
WIND, Chicago. Now, your official weather forecast.
Partly cloudy skies for us tonight and very cold. You want to bundle up, the low 4 below. Tomorrow's a partly sunny, very cold day again with the high 21. Increasingly cloudy tomorrow night, not as frigid, the low 19. Monday's a cloudy day, some snow and sleet, little or no accumulation, not as cold. Monday's high 34. I'm Rose Tamburino on AM 560. The Answer.
Get the latest weather, traffic, and news updates online at 560theanswer.com.
Attention business owners and anyone who makes some marketing decisions for your company. Amy Jacobson here. It's a new year, and what are you doing to jumpstart your business and reach new customers? If you do the same thing you did in 2023, then you should expect the same results. But we have some good news. We still have opportunities for you to become a Food for the Poor business benefactor. Make a one-time tax-deductible donation of $2,500, and AM 560 will give you 40 one-minute commercials to air right here on this radio station. That gift will feed more than 60 children in Latin America and the Caribbean for an entire year. And you'll reach a new audience of potential customers. Don't wait. Call Anjanette Natowski right now, 847-472-8951. That's 847-472-8951. Or visit 560theanswer.com/foodforthepoor.
Where can you go anytime, day or night, to hear full-length radio programs from favorites like John MacArthur, Greg Laurie, and Chuck Swindoll? The new OnePlace.com. Where can you get free devotionals, podcasts, and articles on issues like marriage and parenting, politics and current events, and Christian living for men and women? The new OnePlace.com. Your favorite Christian teachers, online and on mobile at OnePlace.com. OnePlace.com.
Getting your guaranteed maximum refund with TaxSlayer feels like discovering a refund tree has grown in your backyard.
I'm the refund tree.
Sawing off its branches.
Hey!
Feeding them through a wood chipper.
My branches! My beautiful branches!
And dancing in its refund rain. Start for free and get your guaranteed maximum refund. TaxSlayer. File fearlessly.
Go with your gut. Your dog's immune system is based in the gut. A diet lacking in nutrients can cause itching, scratching, and a weak immune system. However, there is a solution. DINOVITE, Dinovite.
It took a grand total of 2 weeks. The dog stopped itching, the hair stopped falling out.
Try Dinovite for free. Just pay shipping and handling. Learn more at dinovite.com/radio.
Happier, healthier with every bite. Over 1 million pets helped with Dinovite.
AM 560, The Answer. Prepare to have your mind opened. The lies of the mainstream media are about to be exposed, and the hypocrisy of the left is about to be revealed. This is a revolution in how you think about politics, race, and culture. You've tuned into Black and Right with John Anthony on AM 560, The Answer.
I'm coming in hot.
Welcome back to Black and White with John Anthony. I am Verlon Galloway, and I want to take these next two calls before I segue into national politics. Eduardo from Tampa Bay, what's going on?
Yeah, Berlin. Three things here. Winsome Sears, I know they're saying it's going to be a male, but she could be Secretary of State, maybe. If you guys get a chance, can you play Paul Harvey, If I Were the Devil? I think that would be a good thing to hear for the audience.
Well, I don't know if he has the clip, but I'll ask him.
Yeah, and then third thing, I need a rebuttal to the show that comes down the road, down the dial. Apparently the economy is doing well for some people, but that's incorrect because high credit card, shoplifting, Macy's closing, high vacancy buildings, low housing. We have a migration, illegals here. Used cars.
I didn't listen to them on the way in today, but I've heard other.
Oh, the economy. Oh, yeah, the economy's doing well. Yep.
Yeah, I heard other shows. They keep talking about the economy. This is what they keep saying, and I don't care what station you look at, mainstream. They say the economy's doing well and inflation's low. Well, tell that to the grocery store. Tell that to what you just said. Credit cards. They got to wait till the Fed lowers the rates. But credit card, car loans, home loans, all of that is still sky high. But if you listen to Channel 7 News, Channel 5 News, they say the economy's great, low unemployment, and what's the other one that we just said? Inflation's low. Right. I just don't believe. I don't believe my lying eyes. I just can't.
Yeah.
You don't believe your lying eyes.
Thank you very much. Hey.
All right,
Take
brother.
care, Eduardo.
Craig, what's up, Craig? I don't know what happened, man. You got an Obama phone that dropped?
Yeah, well, either that or the NSA or something that they don't. They're on to us, and I mean they're telling the truth, and they're going to try to shut us down. But hey, that was a good tease. That kept your listeners on, man. They want to get the punchline. All right, here it is. This is the first election in our history that is basically the outcome of it is basically very, very global. The effect is global. They know it all over the world. They're talking about them in Davos, the whole 9 yards. I mean, this thing is big. Trump against pretty much the fallen world. But here's the thing. For us Christians and everything, God's in control here. It's one or two things is going to happen. If Trump gets in and everything, our nation has more time before the end, so to speak. People are talking, it's the end. Okay, maybe if Trump doesn't get in, it's the end of our nation. But if Trump gets in, we got some more time. It's in the hands of God. So us as believers, we can basically take and rest, kind of like have some peace knowing that God's in charge because it's a global and biblical proportion. This is not like any time prior in our history. And this is really what's going on. That's why the COVID thing. The COVID wasn't local. The COVID was global. It was all the leaders of what the Bible refers to as the leaders of the world, where they all come together. All these guys that they all meet together from all over the world, and they all teamed up with the COVID. They team up with a lot of things. They're teaming up with taking over, like enforcing laws and everything, all the way across every place on earth, all as a unit. That's why this is like. And Trump is God's man. Like he's like a strange little guy that God is just using somehow. I mean, that's why he's an unusual bird.
Craig, I just want to say something. Okay, the fight doesn't stop with Trump. Who's your VP pick to come behind him?
Bro, man, that is an unbelievable great question. I mean, I wish I had a good answer for you. I don't. I struggle with that. I'm thinking about it. That's a great question. It's got to be something. See, I thought Pence was great, and and look what happened. No. And look what happened. He turned out to be a Judas.
He gave us signs of that, though. He gave us signs. There was a lot of little signs about who Pence really was, though. There was a lot of signs.
See, I didn't see it. I never saw it. So that's why I'm so careful now because these people are really just like even like Haley. I thought Haley was great. I thought DeSantis was great and everything. And then you see these things over time like, they ain't so great. They're like, what are they doing? These people all should have jumped on the Trump train immediately and said, listen, this guy got cheated. We're all going to take and stick together. We're going to back him up. It's cheaters proof. This next election, that's another thing. It's cheaters proof. He won before. Let him prove that he's the winner.
Yeah. Okay. Thanks so much, Craig. Right. Hey, Blake Moore, that's who God uses, imperfect people. Yeah. God uses imperfect people. And because it's the foolish things that confound the wise. Mm-hmm. That's. I mean, I'm sorry. My entire life that I've seen it. how people say, oh, that ain't God's man. And I'm not saying that Trump is like, I would never, no. But I do believe God uses everything and every circumstance, every situation of your life. He'll use it, He'll use all things to perfect his will in your life. He will do that. I believe that with every fiber that's in my bones. I really, 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 really do. Let's go to sponsor of this show, Best Dental, Jim from South Elgin.
Hey, gents, I just sent you a copy of what Eduardo was talking about by Paul Harvey. It's a very good thing. It's about 3 minutes long, so listen to it during break, and you want to play it later. It's really good.
Yeah, you were outside the studio. Eduardo wanted us to play this clip.
I don't even have it. I haven't gotten it
yet. His phone, he got this expensive phone that does not get texts or emails or anything in the studio. I got a Boost Mobile phone, and I get everything.
You know what?
You got Wi-Fi. I can pick it up in the studio.
Even in Wi-Fi, AT&T doesn't work in here.
Oh,
crazy.
Mine does. But anyways, that's pretty good. And also, I've been having conversations with a lot of younger folks, a lot of younger voters, and I tell them you have to just ignore the media. I mean, everything these people talk about is just all garbage. That's why we have to go to sources like us, talk radio, and Rumble and True Social and all these other places because they're not filtered.
Yeah, that's true.
All these media people, they lie just 24/7.
And Jim, you said Rumble. Guys, follow me on Rumble. I'm on Rumble. I had all these people. I'm not gonna watch you on YouTube. If you got Rumble, well, where you at, people? Go follow me on Rumble at Black and White Radio.
They still have a grudge against YouTube.
Yeah,
that's right.
Jim, thank you so much.
Everything is very good, and we'll chat soon. I was acting to have my cousin call in, but he's busy today. But he's got some good information about the local race where he won his race in Loudoun County.
Yeah,
it's very interesting to hear how the dynamic of politics works there and how it could apply here.
Yeah. All right. Thanks so much, Jim. Well, maybe we can get him on next week. Let's go to John from Elmhurst. Mike Pence.
Uh-oh.
Hey. Yeah, my observation of Mike Pence is that, well, first off, I hope you guys are doing well.
Yes.
But, Mike Pence, he was a good wingman. He really was. But he turned out to be but he was a swamp rat.
Yep.
But he played that role of VP pretty good. I got to give him some credit for that. It was just the end there that he crashed and burned, in my opinion.
Yeah.
But
I thought some of the way he answered some of the questions with the debate against Kamala about Trump, I thought that you got to be a political animal like I am to see and watch his man. See, I watch people's body language. I don't watch what they say. I watch the body language, and you could tell there was a lot of exasperation when every time he had to come and defend Trump, his body says he didn't want to do it, but he knew he had to.
Yeah, but he did it.
Yeah.
He still did it. Like I said, he's
That's
a swamp rat, but he, I got to give him credit at least for that.
Yeah.
Well,
John, this is the first time calling in, isn't it?
What's that?
This your first time calling in?
No, I've talked to you a few times.
Oh, it said Elmhurst.
I talked on Sean's.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
Okay.
That's right.
Yeah. So, but you know what? I'm also not counting out Haley for VP.
Oh.
Trump has a way of making it. We'll see how that works strategically, but I don't know.
John, I was thinking that. What if all this is a head fake? Because Sebastian wouldn't have allowed that slip that it was a male. What if all of this is a head fake and Trump, trying to head fake the people and will pick maybe a Haley or something? I hope he doesn't.
No.
Well, you know what? But, you look at Cruz, Trump and, those guys didn't get along and they made up. We'll see what happens. These guys, they change, right and left. They go back and forth all the time. Right and left's a bad term. They go back and forth all the time.
Yeah.
And Trump has a way of making up with people when he wants to.
Yeah, I want anybody but Haley, though. I'm sorry.
Yeah, and I don't think Cruz didn't really take any shots at Trump. It was
Trump
all
took shots at him.
He took shots
His
at
father
him.
and jeez,
assassination attempts.
Yeah,
whatever. See, that was Trump. That wasn't Cruz. That wasn't Cruz. Cruz was a gentleman. He was a real gentleman throughout that.
Yeah, little Marco.
Come on. But Marco took it in stride as well. Yeah.
Yeah. What if it's Rubio? But he don't need Florida though.
No, that's all Florida.
Okay, Minnesota. Who's elected in Minnesota? Nobody.
Come on.
No. Michigan, Ron Johnson. I mean, Wisconsin, Ron Johnson. Michigan, who? Nobody. No. Arizona, nobody.
No, not as far as governor.
Right.
Senator and all that.
Yeah.
But, locally and most of the Congress in Michigan is still Republican.
No, I thought they lost everything.
No, not everything.
You sure?
Yeah, they just tightened it up in Michigan.
That's what your lefty was saying today.
Yeah, Michigan is in play.
No, but I'm saying the Democrats control everything now. We'll be right back.
This radio station is always on, but sometimes you need more content that you can take with you anywhere. That's why we invented the SalemPodcastNetwork.com. You'll find all the great hosts on this radio station, plus a few more, like Charlie Kirk, Dinesh D'Souza, Trish Regan, Jenna Ellis, and Dennis and Julie. There's literally no end to what we can teach you. It's like radio on demand, and just like radio, it's always on. Go find out what you're missing. Download the app, SalemPodcastNetwork.com.
Balance of Nature's fruits and veggies supplements, changing the world one life at a time.
It's awesome stuff. I just love the product. I am so glad I seen the commercial, went for it, and ordered me some. And then my husband said, "Have you seen that commercial of Balance of Nature?" And I looked at him and I'm like, "Yeah." And he goes, "I think we ought to try it." And I says, "I am." And so I says, "I'll order you some." He loves it. I love it. We won't be without it.
Step into the new year with a new you. Start your journey to better health by calling 1-800-246-8751 or by going to balanceofnature.com and signing up as a new preferred customer to get 35% off your first order, plus a free fiber and spice supplement with free shipping and our money-back guarantee. Go to balanceofnature.com or call 1-800-246-8751 and get this exclusive holiday offer by using discount code CHICAGO.
This is Jerry Boyer for townhall.com. Ultra-liberal New York Congressman Jerry Nadler just made a very strange case for illegal immigration.
Forget the fact that our vegetables would rot in the ground if they weren't being picked by many immigrants, many illegal immigrants. The fact is that the birth rate in this country is way below replacement level, which means our population is going to start shrinking. And the ratio of people on Social Security and Medicare is going to increase relative to the number of people supporting them.
What's notable about that isn't that he wants more illegal immigration. What's notable is that he, a liberal Democrat, acknowledges that we have an underpopulation problem. So we don't face a population bomb. We don't need to shrink global population to sustainable levels. Our economy actually needed the 70 million people we've aborted since Roe. It's nice to hear a lefty admit to the reality of demographic winter, even if only for a moment and in the service of lawlessness.
Hi, I'm Henry Winkler. My eyes are very important to me. My eyes connect me with things I love. I loved my late father-in-law dearly. He always lit up a room, but his vision dimmed with age. He had age-related macular degeneration, or AMD. And since partnering with Apellis, I've learned there's an advanced form of the disease called geographic atrophy, or GA. His struggle with vision loss made me want to help others know about GA's warning signs. For some, straight lines seem wavy, like when looking at a door frame. For others, blurry or missing spots can make it hard to read or see loved ones' faces. Many have trouble seeing in low light, making driving at night difficult. GA gets worse over time and cannot be reversed. If you've been diagnosed with AMD and notice vision changes, don't wait. Talk to your eye doctor about GA today. Learn more at GAWon'tWait.com. That's GAWon'tWait.com.
It's the show the mainstream media doesn't want you to know about. It's Black and Right with John Anthony on AM 560. The Answer.
Welcome back to Black and Right Radio on AM 560. The Answer. I'm your host, John Anthony, live in studio. Let's cut that music. YouTube's going to hit me with that. And Facebook. That's the only song I told you. Valon.
Yes, sir.
If Donald Trump picked the name that this caller is calling in for him, that would be. I'll let the callers and the listeners call in 312-642-5600. If you think he would pick this person, Mike from Elgin.
Yeah. Hi guys.
How's it going?
Hey, good. How are you?
All right. Well.
I listen to everything Trump says. I mean, I'm legally blind, so I'm pretty much home all the time listening to talk radio. And, Trump has said that you need someone just as strong as him in there because, you don't want anybody different. You want the same policies to go on. And also, I think the guy's got to be rich because they're going to go after him just like Trump. So he's got to have some money to handle it. But I think the pick is going to be his son, Don Jr.
Now, my question to you is, wouldn't that be nepotism?
Oh, no.
No?
The Constitution doesn't speak to it.
No, it doesn't speak to it, but that's the word they're going to use.
I mean, that's the proper word, but he's not picking him just because he's his son.
Yeah, but the media is not going to – come on. They're not going to settle on that.
But he doesn't care about what the media
He doesn't.
thinks.
Not in his last term.
Yeah, but you got to remember, he's got to run all this year. And if he picks his son, that's all they're going to – oh, my God. It's everything that they put on Trump, they're going to put on him.
Yeah, well, yeah, but he could handle it,
Dude, that would be.
Dad,
oh gosh, that would.
Dad can, his dad can help him out. Whatever, if his dad's even around. I mean,
that's out the box.
There's talk. The only way to handle Trump is to get rid of him.
You know what? You just wanted to start some trouble. That's all you wanted to do.
He did.
That's a troublemaker pick, man.
He did.
No. Well, I mean, if you listen to Dan Bongino and everything, and these guys, I mean, Dan Bongino said that there's no way that what's her name, Michelle Obama's going to run.
No, she's not going to run.
I don't agree. I agree.
Yeah, she's not going to run.
I don't think Michelle's running.
Because he was in the White House with her, and he said she's a really private person, and he told a story how he went to. She wanted to go to a store and just be like a natural person, so the Secret Service had to all of a sudden, cover up and, disguise her kind of thing, and they went to like a Target or something so she could feel normal, but she's a real private person. So,
wow.
And she's making money. I mean,
yeah.
I wouldn't leave that.
Roger Stone, insists that it's going to be Michelle, but
a lot of people think that, but no.
Yeah, I don't. I doubt that she runs. She's making too much. Thanks so much, Mike. I don't know about that.
No.
But that's intriguing.
Yeah.
Don Jr.
Yeah.
I'm looking for the list. Charlie Kirk had a list that he says what do they call themselves? The grassroots will only accept these people. I'll look for it during the break.
I'll tell you this much though, John. If he does do that, that will consolidate the base.
Man.
Hard. It's a lot of regular Republicans that like him too. But all the coverage, the media coverage will be wall to wall bashing. Oh my God.
But it's somebody he trusts.
True. That is true.
And I think loyalty and trust is going to be the hallmark of Trump's next administration.
Oh my
God. That would be something. Let's go to Dan from Salem, Wisconsin. I was about to say something. I better not say that. Hey, Dan.
Hi, John. Hi, Verlon.
How's it going?
I wanted to say I got a business in Kenosha County, Wisconsin here.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
I've been doing it for 37 years, since 1987. Since Joe Biden got in office, my calls have really slacked up.
Really?
And the only thing that saved me, John and Verlon, was being in business so long. I had, old customers that know me for all these years. But if I had just started out, I would have never made it.
Dan, what's the business?
What I'm saying?
What's the business?
Tree service.
What do you? I mean,
tree trimming, removal.
Do you have
stump grinding? Stuff like that.
Yeah, and it's just not flying.
No, it's been real slow.
Wow.
What's the name of the business?
I'm just eating at home a lot, to save money. My own stuff, just to try to save money.
What do you think contributed? What do you think contributed to that? Out of all of Joe Biden's policies, bad policies.
Why it's so slow? You mean?
Yeah.
Because gas prices went up to sky heaven, interest rates went up to sky heaven, rents went up to sky heaven, food went up. Did you notice too? When you go and buy like that ring bologna or something at the grocery store, it ain't 16 ounces no more.
Yeah.
Yeah. 15 or 13.
Yeah. Man, our potatoes are high now.
Potatoes? I mean, I'm okay, you know what I'm saying? Because my business is paid for everything because I've been in business so long.
Yeah.
But if I was just starting out, guys, I would have never made it.
Yeah, I feel like the rent is too damn high, guy. That's who I feel like. What's the name of the business? You got a website?
I wanted to say this too, John and Veron.
Hey, wait, Dan, wait, before you say that. What's the name of your business? Do you have any social medias?
Well, I just advertise in the internet, and then on a local newspaper, and I pass out business cards and stuff. It's American Tree Service.
American Tree Service. Are you on Facebook?
In Silver Lake, Wisconsin.
Okay. Are you on Facebook? Any of that?
No, I'm not. I'm kind of an older dude. I'm 61. I'm not really into that stuff.
He's just like me.
Should
Just like me.
but
Okay.
He's just
All
like
right,
me.
Pete, get his number
anyway,
for me.
I wanted to say this. I think I know who's going to be the vice president.
Oh, who?
Milan.
Oh, no, never.
Troublemaker.
Never.
You know, John, he's leaving.
No. He's making plans.
The conspiracy theories, no.
Oh, boy. What the Oppo report going to look like? Hey, Dan, hold the line. Pete, get his number for me. Thanks so much for calling us, Dan. Let's go to Mark from Evergreen Park, the place where you get a ticket.
Yes.
Yeah, that's the ticket capital of the world, I think.
Hey, guys.
How's it going?
What's
Good. Hey, listen, I just want to tell you, I listen to you guys every minute I can possibly listen on Saturdays. You guys are the greatest.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
But I have, this is a hanging curve, and I'm surprised nobody said it yet.
Uh-huh.
At one of Trump's rallies, he was acknowledging people in the crowd. And he pointed to the crowd and he said, and it was about the future, and he pointed to the crowd somewhere and he said, "Stay healthy, Michael. Stay healthy, Michael."
What Michael was he talking about?
Pompeo?
Michael Flynn.
Oh. I don't think it's him.
Mike Pompeo is not referred to as Michael Pompeo.
Yeah.
He's Mike Pompeo, but it's always Michael Flynn.
Yeah.
I have a feeling that might be it, especially since I haven't heard the thing you were talking about where it's not going to be a woman.
Yeah.
I have a feeling it's going to be sweet revenge with Michael Flynn because he knows where the bodies are buried, and he knows the ins and outs of the military, and he's the total package for.
But he doesn't have any. He doesn't have any money anymore. The feds broke him.
But I'll tell you this: I know people, and it's not. It's for at least what they're telling me is not Mike Flynn.
Okay.
I reached out to some people. And they said no. They said no. It's not Mike Flynn.
Oh, really? I thought that'd be a shoo-in because he was really he was really making Trump was making a point of it at that rally, saying, "Stay healthy, Michael." And I don't know who else it could have been except him because Michael Flynn's has gotten into his.
Where was he? What state?
I don't remember what rally it was in. It was a while ago. It was probably in the late summer, early fall. But it was one of his rallies, and he pointed to the crowd and said, "Stay healthy, Michael." Okay, they were talking about who might be in his administration. But if you got better sources than I do, so I'm going to let you go with that. But I thought for sure he'd be a shoo-in.
Yeah, I like Mike Flynn. I'll be with him on the 25th. I'll be he's coming to Chicago, and I'll be in the car with him, talking with him and everything. And then I'll be emceeing an event later that night in St. Charles with Mike Flynn. So it's gonna be pretty exciting, I think.
Awesome.
I'm actually gonna read that off when I come back. Remind me that, Villan, to read that off.
All right.
About that, okay?
Okay. Well, as soon as we come back.
Villan, I don't know. We don't have one. We don't have the time right now. I want to play really quickly something that I think not when we come back from break. When do we come back from break? It's gonna be something, and I think this is how you have to handle people who are from this community and how they try to cancel you and talk down to you.
Mm-hmm.
I thought this gentleman handled it very well. When we come back from break, we're going to play that. You're listening to Black and White Radio on AM 560 The Answer. I'm your host, John Anthony. He's the troublemaker. He's leaving us, y'all. We'll be right back.
Mike Gallagher looks ahead at 2024.
Are you ready? Are you buckled in? Are you bracing yourself? We're going to need each other. We're sort of in this split between establishment Republicans and Republicans who have pivoted into a more populist, America First outlook. And that, to me, is what the whole year is going to be about.
The Mike Gallagher Show. Weekdays at 9, right before Dennis Prager at 11 on AM 560. The Answer.
Fox News
News. I'm Jack Callahan. Being floated as a possible vice presidential running mate for former President Trump, New York Congresswoman Elise Stefanik.
I'd be honored to serve in a future Trump administration, but we are focused today on making sure that we are showing strong support for President Trump. The energy and momentum is on his side. We had a great rally in Concord last night. You can feel the energy, and he just is coming off of a historic win in Iowa.
The New Hampshire primary is coming up Tuesday. President Biden hoping for immigration law changes from Congress.
Now, the question is for the Speaker and the House Republicans. Are they ready to act as well? They have to choose whether they want to solve a problem or keep weaponizing the issue to score political points against the president.
President Biden meeting with mayors at the White House. America is listening to Fox News.
There's no better time than the new year to help protect your identity and finances. LifeLock detects potential threats to your identity that you may miss on your own. If you do become a victim, a U.S.-based LifeLock restoration specialist will work to fix it. LifeLock is the New Year's resolution that's easy to keep. Save 25% off your first year. Call 1-800-LifeLock or go to lifelock.com. Promo code CLAY to save 25%. That's lifelock.com. Promo code CLAY.
Your pet isn't just a pet, they're part of your family. Most of the pet food on the market is cooked at high temperatures, which kills nutrients. A scoop of Dynavite is a 3-in-1 daily supplement, adding back key nutrients to your pup's health. Try Dynavite for free. Just pay shipping and handling. Learn more at dinovite.com/radio. That's dynavite.com/radio.
Happier, healthier with every bite. Over 1 million pets helped with Dynavite.
We all know that aches and pains come with simply getting older, but it doesn't mean you have to accept it. That's why I want to tell you about a special lady, Leah from Ohio, and her Relief Factor story. One Sunday, Leah was sitting on the couch in so much pain she was literally in tears. That's when she decided to try Relief Factor. Just 8 days later, she found relief, and she continued to get better and better. To quote her, she said, "I am truly amazed at this product. Like me, who after 9, almost 10 years, almost a decade of low back pain, lost that pain thanks to Relief Factor. If you're living with aches and pains, see how Relief Factor, a daily drug-free supplement, could help you feel and live better every day. Get the 3-week quick starter pack at relieffactor.com or call 1-800-4RELIEF. It all comes with a feel better or your money back guarantee. That number, 1-800-4RELIEF. relieffactor.com.
As a local business owner, you get called every week by marketing companies. We get it. We have hundreds of satisfied customers. Here's what a satisfied client recently said.
Open enrollment is going great. We're hitting record numbers. Thank you so much for this report. It really is amazing to see how the marketing is really shaping our enrollment around the city.
If you're a local business and ready for the next step, visit surroundchicago.com right now. Our experts are ready to help you take your marketing to the next level. Visit surroundchicago.com today.
When you're serious about your concealed carry training and education and are ready to learn from an active police officer with a teaching degree, check out Illinois Concealed Carry Training in Midlothian. You'll learn safe, responsible firearm use, home defense planning, conflict avoidance, situational awareness, and how to remain physically, morally, and financially safe in the event you must use your firearm in self-defense or the defense of another. Weekday and weekend classes available.
I'm Sergeant Gary Carr, police firearms trainer and the owner of Illinois Concealed Carry Training. We'll arm you with what really counts, knowledge and training. All concealed carry curriculums are not created equal. This may be the single most important decision you'll ever make for yourself and your loved ones. Choose between 3 and 16-hour classes that are available both weekdays and weekends. We are your one-stop for concealed carry classes, fingerprints, and legal defense plans.
Register for a class today and get 10% off class fees with promo code AM560. Visit IllinoisConcealedCarry.com. That's IllinoisConcealedCarry.com.
This is Dennis Prager. Now you can listen to my show when it's convenient for you and without censorship from big tech. Become a member of the ultimate online community for all things Prager. It's Pragertopia Unlimited. Listen to every radio show over the last 10 years, all commercial free. You can even listen to all my Torah teachings for free. Join today and save 25% off the first year and get a free Pragertopia coffee mug. Go to Pragertopia.com or click the banner at DennisPrager.com.
Let's get it to him, baby girl. Hey.
Black and Right continues on AM 560. Once again, here's John Anthony.
Welcome back to Black and Right Radio on AM 560 The Answer. I'm your host, John Anthony, live in studio with the Troublemaker. Villan, before the break, I was talking about, there was an incident at the airport. I want to say it was a Delta Airlines employee, black dude. Mm-hmm. And there was this trans person that came up to him. Now, before you all come out and say I'm transphobic, homophobic, whatever you want to call it, I'm not, so stop it. I just don't like people who are bullies. And you're not going to tell me what to call you. If I think you're a man or a woman, I'm going to say yes, ma'am, yes, sir. So I was raised. Yes, ma'am, yes, sir. Mm-hmm. If you look like a man, I'm going to say yes, sir. And then if you tell me, what do they call it? Well, I'll just let you listen to. Let's just listen to this interaction, and listen to how this airline. I don't know what they call at the counter. What do they call? You know what they call at the counter when they're checking people in? Okay, well, listen to what this kid says.
What about when an Delta employee misgenders you intentionally?
While he's talking, you're talking.
You just misgendered me again.
Okay.
Multiple times.
Gotcha.
Both of you have.
Wasn't intentional, but if you want to take it personal, that's also.
Well, she did do it intentionally twice.
You're talking to me too.
You said she and then you said he.
You're being condescending, and if you want to continue, I have full authority to escort you out the building right this moment if you want to play that game with me.
Okay.
Would you like to continue 3 days before Christmas? I really don't mind.
I'm good. I'll just put this on.
That's simple.
That's how you do it.
That's simple.
Listen, man, look.
There was nothing phobic about that. Listen, you're coming and wanting to listen. I don't know who you are. This is the first time I've ever had an interaction with you. This is what I'm talking about, Villan. Yeah. When it comes to this group and how they want to force stuff onto people. Mm-hmm. Listen, man, this is America. I don't have to play your game.
Right. I like how you shut it down.
Right.
Look, man, look. I'm not dealing with this. I'm gonna call the security, and you're gonna be out of here.
Right.
And that's one.
And they record it. Yeah. Who just said, Senor, thank you. They were recording it.
That was cool. See, that's a place you don't want to mess with.
Right.
I mean, it's nothing you can do to the airport.
But they're looking for. That's what I'm saying. Why is all this stuff being recorded? It's like they're looking for a fight that's not there.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, they're going to make you accept who they are.
But it's frustrating.
That's the world we're in now. They're
because
watching
they're the
us.
only ones that are right.
They're watching us. We're on camera. They're recording us. They're going to try it. They're going to keep fighting.
Yeah.
They're going to keep pushing ahead until you accept.
Yeah.
And like Dan Prof says, celebrate.
But did you hear about this?
Who they are. Huh?
Did you hear about this?
No. This is something.
Because it's a black dude. If that was a white man or white woman, you think this would have been circulating all over?
Yeah.
Of course it would.
Yeah, of course.
Of course it would.
Yeah.
But you didn't hear much about it.
They understand that, black people, they have a hard time with this. So, we going to say what we going to say. It's hard to just say a black person is phobic or racist or whatever they want to call it. It's
but
hard.
Some of them
It's hard
some
to
of
say
them are, though.
Black people are. They accept that we are a special group. We're going to get to say what we want to say, bad or good or whatever.
But why can't white people do the same?
Because of the tortured history in America.
No, I disagree. White people should be able to say what they want to say. Asian people should be able to say what they want to say. Now, suffer the consequences of what you have to say, but you still should be able to say it. When did we get to the point in America, where we get to shut people down because of our own delusions? When?
Well, I don't know about delusions. A lot of people, they're stuck as far as how they were treated for so long.
Yeah.
They're not going to let that happen again. And white people did a good job in censoring themselves.
Yeah, because they have.
A very good job of
But who's doing it? Who's behind it, though?
Who? I don't know.
The white what?
Oh, liberals.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I'll be around a lot of white people. And I'm about to move where it's going to be a lot of white people. And they watch everything they say. And I don't.
You mean like this? Yeah, my black friend. They whisper.
Oh, yeah. Oh, man.
African American.
They got to make sure they're around the right black people. Yeah. That's okay. We're taking the joke. I'm telling you, it's a process. They've done a good job with handcuffing themselves.
See, I want to set my people free. I want to set people free, Valon, because you want to know why the degradation of America is happening. Because we're not able to push back against the foolishness that comes before us, and people are so afraid of being canceled. So what? Let them. That's a whole nother crowd that will come up and support you.
I feel you. I don't have that attachment to social media like that. I won't even know if you canceled me.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't even know.
You should see some of the stuff when I post, especially my Trump stuff. How a lot of the black, especially now that there's a huge black following on Facebook now. And some of the stuff they say, and then I just simply say, just listen to the show or call in 312-642-5600. Give us a call. Let's have a conversation. You can't just shut me down. We can't have a conversation about what you think is right. That's your perspective. That's your opinion.
But that's who they are. They won't call in. You know how many friends? I got family I tell to call in. I got people I say, call in, let's talk.
Yeah.
They won't do it. Yeah. They can't form the words.
Yeah. And our politicians are making it worse. That's why I'm so happy to have somebody coming in the studio. I've been following her campaign, and she's doing it right. She's really doing it right. I'll tell you who that is when we get back.
Well, I've been taking it for some time. We saw the ad, and we thought we would give it a try. And I noticed after the first month, we just felt better. I told my doctor, too, and she said, this sounds like a really good product for you to be taking. We plan to take it for life.
I ran this by my doctor. I always run it by her, everything I take, and I told her I've been taking this for a while. Is this okay to take? She goes, oh, this is wonderful for you to take. Keep taking it. She goes, I approve this. This is very good. So she said, yes. She said, this is one thing you can take that's very good. I'm not going to stop taking Balance of Nature.
Step into the new year with a new you. Go to balanceofnature.com and sign up as a new preferred customer to get 35% off your first order, plus a free fiber and spice supplement. Go to balanceofnature.com or call 1-800-246-8751 and get this exclusive holiday offer by using discount code CHICAGO.
Is your child getting the personalized attention they need to excel in math? Mathnasium has a solution for students of all skill levels. Each child's strengths and weaknesses, creating a customized learning plan. If you have kids in school, you're probably starting to see how they're doing in math. Could it be better? Consider an individual assessment with Mathnasium. They'll pinpoint what your child needs to excel, then give them live, face-to-face instruction, either in-center or online, so they can catch up and get ahead. At Mathnasium, math is taught in a way that makes sense to students, so they understand it, master it, and enjoy it. Over 1 million parents have already trusted Mathnasium to give their children an edge in math. The Mathnasium method gives them the critical thinking skills they need to thrive, with the option to attend face-to-face online sessions or come to one of our 1,000 neighborhood learning centers. Mathnasium is changing lives through math. Learn more at mathnasium.com. That's mathnasium.com.
Hi, this is Carl Amari.
I'm Lisa Wolf. Join us every Saturday night beginning at 8 p.m. for all things entertainment on Hollywood 360.
If you love classic radio shows, The Shadow, Jack Benny, The Lone Ranger, Dragnet, Gunsmoke, and many more, we have them for you on Hollywood 360.
We'll also present trivia contests with prizes, showbiz news, celebrity interviews, games, and movie reviews.
So don't miss Hollywood 360 every Saturday night beginning at 8 p.m. on AM 560, The Answer.
Listen, road rage is escalating on Chicago's expressways. Road rage drivers are using guns to shoot at other drivers. So when driving, be aware and stay calm. A driver with road rage may have a gun. And if you encounter road rage, don't engage.
Sponsored by the Illinois State Police. Aired in cooperation with the Illinois Broadcasters Association and this station.
Back to Black and Right with John Anthony on AM 560. The Answer.
Welcome back to Black and White Radio on AM 560, The Answer. I'm your host, John Anthony, live in studio with the Troublemaker. You look like you wanted to start trouble in that last segment, Valon.
I did.
You did?
I hope we can get it all in 15 minutes.
So just let me introduce the guest, and we won't pose questions to her right now. We'll just let her listen, let her bring her in, This is her first time doing radio, so I don't want to make her too nervous.
Mm-hmm.
But I was on Facebook one night, and somehow it was an ad, I think. I don't know if you did Facebook ad. Somehow your Facebook page came in front of me on Black and Right. And I was like, that's how you campaign. Because you were taking it it was some video or something that you posted. You were somewhere and you were taking it straight to the people and talking about issues that mattered to people. Now, I want to tell you about her. I'm going to tell you, I got to read this because this is from her website, and I love it. Hannah Billingsley. Did I say that? I didn't butcher that, did I?
Yeah, perf.
Perf. Oh, look at this. Oh, man, she's going to get me. Hannah Billingsley is a 30-something business owner who resides in West Chicago with her adorable Labradoodle Ace. Her journey began in the classroom where she passionately taught mathematics at Christian Middle School. You mind saying who? Because, that's what we help build schools, Christian K through 12 throughout Illinois. We have one in Florida called Families of Faith down in Shanahan. That's where the base of it is. What school?
Souls Harbor Christian Academy. It's a school actually I attended all my life.
Really?
Yeah.
I love that already. In 2015, Hannah started a niche clothing company dedicated to providing modest athletic wear to women of different faiths. Today, Hannah's company sold 250,000 units, and wow, grosses under $1 million each year. 17 members joined Hannah in making this clothing company an ongoing success. And I love this part right here. Hannah's unwavering faith in Jesus has been a guiding force in her life. She's dedicated herself to servant leadership. I actually have a shirt on my store that says servant leader because I believe in this. In a multitude of mentorship roles, from executive pastor to youth deacon, and now humbly serves as an elder. I love this. For the past decade, she has extended her heart and hand to women at a local halfway house. Now I understand your campaign. Offering counsel and friendship to ladies recovering from substance abuse. Additionally, Hannah plays a pivotal role on the board of a nonprofit committed to eradicating addiction from our community. Wow, Hannah. Hannah worked on the Jesse Sullivan, my buddy, campaign in 2021 and had the opportunity to engage. It was his faith. It was his faith that drew you to him, wasn't it?
And his family.
And his
faith
family, yeah.
And family, yeah.
And had the opportunity to engage with hundreds of residents in District 49 via her role as voter engagement coordinator. Hannah, welcome to Black and Right.
Thank you. I'm so excited to be here with you guys.
Yeah. When I say you really, now I understand the campaign. Now I understand now why, when I saw your campaign, it was the light. It was Jesus. That's what it was, because you can tell. Real recognizes real authenticity. A lot of people that run for office doesn't have that authenticity, and you have that.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
You do. All right, Valon.
Okay, hopefully we got enough time, but
we'll have enough time.
Okay, I'm calling out.
She's early, so she's supposed to be here at 6, but she's here at 5:30.
Okay. Well, I'm calling out somebody. I'm calling out Marjorie Taylor Greene.
Uh-oh.
Woman up. You said if Republicans didn't get what we wanted, anything of what we wanted, you will call out the speaker and vacate the speakership. Pete, play my clip.
If I'm Speaker of the House, I finish the job in the House. I pass the appropriation bills. And then I tell Chuck Schumer in the Senate, it's your job now, buddy. You do your work. And then we'll talk. But right now, Mike Johnson is getting rolled in meeting after meeting after meeting. When he is talking to Jake Sullivan and Chuck Schumer every day and impressed with these Four Corners meetings, but he's not talking to me and other important members in our Republican conference at all about any of the negotiations and any of the plans and exactly what we want to see done. He's failing on the job. But the biggest red flag for me, Steve, right now that has me livid is this deal with Ukraine. This is a losing war. It is a losing issue. The American people do not support it. Our border security is not a negotiating tool for the Ukraine war that the Pentagon loves and Joe Biden loves and the Democrats love, and that these rhino neocon Republicans and Nikki Haley is frothing at the mouth over because her donors support it. No. Mike Johnson should not be going in there with Chuck Schumer and saying, oh, yeah, we're going to make this deal where 5,000 illegal aliens, not migrants, cross the border every damn day so you can get $60 billion over to Zelensky, the most corrupt president in the world right now, because Ukraine is not the 51st state. Every day Mike Johnson gets closer and closer to this deal, brings me closer and closer to vacating the chair because I have absolutely had it.
Now, that wasn't exactly the clip I wanted. It was another clip that said she was going to do it if he gave the Democrats anything. But guess what?
What?
He made a deal with the Democrats. That's how the CR got passed.
Right.
It's been at least 3 so far. So Marjorie Taylor Greene, woman up, vacate the seat. Challenge him, get that seat vacated. Don't let Matt Gaetz be the only one.
I disagree.
That mans up and vacates the seat.
I disagree.
You disagree?
I disagree.
All right, you got 45 seconds.
I think in this election year, right now, I think this will spell trouble for the Republicans because it will show that the Republicans are not serious. They're not real. I agree with the premise of what Marjorie Taylor Greene is saying. Why can't we pass the appropriations bill? You have the chair. You have the gavel. Make it happen. I don't want to see another. I want to see a budget. We haven't had a budget since what? George W. Bush? Right? George W. Bush's first budget? That's insane. That's insanity. We'll be right back.
For armed or unarmed security, average isn't good enough. You deserve more. You need more.
Morrison means more.
Morrison Security. More deterrence and prevention with customized programs that fit your budget. Cost-effective, sensible solutions for all businesses and facilities.
Morrison means more.
More peace of mind, knowing your security guards are well-trained professionals with a track record of getting results and serving exactly your needs. Morrison Security personnel are constantly trained for readiness and are prepared for any given situation that can occur at a job site.
Morrison means more.
More reliability of management for quick and effective solutions at your property. Morrison Security is responsive. They're always available to you.
Morrison means more.
More awareness of any challenges you face with protecting people, property, and assets. For armed and unarmed security, don't settle for substandard or average. Security is too important. Contact them and find out how you can get more. MorrisonSecurity.com. MorrisonSecurity.com.
Morrison means more.
Calling all firearm owners, enthusiasts, and Second Amendment patriots. Both experienced and novice customers are cordially invited to visit MOA Industries in Bensenville. MOA Industries is a Class 7 firearms dealer providing a myriad of services, including firearm sales, gunsmithing, certified Cerakote application, laser engraving, firearms instruction on a private range, firearms transfers for only $40, and discounts for veterans and first responders. With a large selection of firearms, customization services, and CCL license classes and renewals, MOA Industries strives to be your one-stop shop for all your firearms needs. Visit MOAindustries.com today. Your Second Amendment needs are the first priority. No high-pressure salesmen, just friendly, relaxed professionals dedicated to providing the best service possible. MOA Industries is located in nearby Bensenville. Ready to pull the trigger? Call 630-766-7593. That's 630-766-7593. Or visit online at MOAindustries.com. That's MOAindustries.com. MOAindustries.com.
This is Black and Right with John Anthony on AM 560. The Answer.
Welcome back to Black and Right Radio on AM 560 The Answer. I'm your host, John Anthony, live in studio with the troublemaker and candidate for the 49th. Isn't that Mike Fortner's old district?
It is.
Hannah Billingsley. What, Valon?
Shut it down. Stop giving the Democrats a blank check. That's exactly what they've been doing, or Mike Johnson's been doing. Giving the Democrats everything that they want. Yeah, all that Ukraine stuff, that's noise. But guess what? When you pass a CR, you're still giving them the same money to use and abuse as they've been using for the past 2 years, 3 years. Yeah. Shut it down.
I just look at I think this will hurt Trump. I think this will galvanize the Democrats. You gotta listen. I despise these CRs. I was just telling Hannah when I first went into General Assembly, we had a $32 billion budget. Didn't Marty said the last budget was $60 billion?
Yeah.
In Illinois, we don't have a spending problem though, do we?
Yeah, we have a spending problem.
10 years In 10 years, we doubled the budget.
That's
in
why we
Illinois.
need to get our own house in order. Either you stand for something or you fall for anything. Now, I only had that one problem with the shutdown when it was global, but now the last past 2 CRs, it's in-house. It's the United States of America. I have no problem with the shutdown of the United States of America if we can get our house in order.
Not in the election year, though, Valon. I get it. A burnt, scorched earth. Want to tear it all down, but we fight the wrong battles at the wrong time and expect to come out victorious. Because you know why? We don't understand the board we're playing on, Valon. And for some reason, I thought you and I both thought Mike Johnson would be a good Speaker of the House. Yeah. I really did. Somebody got to him. In politics.
That's a good.
I hope they
you
don't
know
have
what?
anything on
That
him.
is a good phrase because somebody has been getting to all these people. They got in DeSantis's ear.
Yeah.
They got into Nikki Haley's ear, and now they all of a sudden want to be president of the United States.
Well,
you're right. Somebody got to him.
Yeah.
You're right.
Yeah. And then Chuck Schumer had this to say, Valon. Listen to this.
We said we have to do both. There were a couple of people in the room who said, let's do border first. We said we have to do both together.
Now, the both is he talking about the border in Ukraine. No, take care of America first.
It's always got to be that.
This is why Trump is so effective because he's saying, let's do America. I'm not a globalist. Yeah. You know, you want to call me a nationalist? Go ahead. I want to protect America first. I got to go back to everything. What I always say, I know people probably getting sick and tired of me saying this, but when you're on that airplane, that stewardess, flight attendant, flight attendants, but what do they say? Put the mask on yourself first.
Yeah, take care of yourself first.
We keep trying to fix the world and go heal the world when we're sick. Yeah. America is sick.
Yeah, but you know they're all about these deals where you got to put everything together to pass the bill.
Yeah.
You know, pass it first before you know what's in it. Your girl,
right,
Nancy Pelosi.
I get it.
Yeah, but what happened to budget line veto? Do one thing at a time. That's what Mike Johnson said he was going to do, but he's passing that CR, so that means he's not doing it.
Yeah. Well,
our buddy's on the line.
I know, but it's all right. Let's bring him on. Let's take Neil first. Neil, prediction.
Hey, how you doing?
Thanks for holding.
Thanks for having me. I listen to you guys quite often, and I like the banter. I think y'all do a really great show. And
thank you.
And I'm just honored to be on.
Oh, thank you.
I think for vice president, I would go for I would vote for TNT.
Who?
Trump.
Oh,
I know what he's saying.
Oh, okay.
and I think that, you know, as far as Mike Johnson's has been a very big disappointment.
Yep.
And I think that we did need to shut down the government.
Thank you.
I understand the issues in shutting down the government in an election year, but we needed to kick the ball over to the House and let them suffer.
Really quickly,
with it.
you got 5 seconds.
Yeah, but that's all I had to say.
All right, you, bro. Neil, thank you so much, and thank you so much for listening. Rebo, hold the line. We'll take you at the top of the hour. Hour 3 coming up next.
A great smile can make you feel happy and confident. So when you consciously conserve your teeth, that glowing smile will show through. At Best Dental Group, Doctors Economos, Gavalis, and their staff are ready to help you create that perfect look or maintain the one you have now. Along with general dentistry, Best Dental Group is a multidisciplined practice with an orthodontist, periodontist, and prosthetic specialists on site. They use the newest breakthroughs in dental technology, such as titanium implants, Invisalign clear braces, and laser treatments. Don't let fear get in the way. They can recommend sedation to make your experience as comfortable as possible. Best Dental Group is located in historic downtown Bartlett and is a multilingual office. Call 630-830-4930. That's 630-830-4930. Or visit bestdental.org. Best Dental Group, sharing your conservative values and helping you to conserve your teeth.
News, opinion, insight. This is AM 560, The Answer. WIND, Chicago. Streaming at 560theanswer.com on the AM 560 mobile app. Or tell your smart speaker to play The Answer Chicago.
Formed
death's top 5 dozen. I'm Jack Callahan, Fox News. At least 61 people dead across the U.S. due to the brutal winter weather over the last 2 weeks. Nick Kosier of Fox Weather is in Cleveland, Ohio.
We've got about 5 to 8 inches of very powdery snow on the ground here. Lake Erie now about 20% frozen over, the ice extending all the way out to the break wall. Bitter cold temperatures have started to settle in on the heels of the storm system that dropped all that lake-enhanced and lake-effect snowfall. Temperatures going to stay below freezing here as we head into the rest of this weekend and into early next week. Winds gusting at about 20 and 30 miles per hour, and blowing and drifting snow going to be a concern. And this is really the biggest snow that Cleveland has seen for quite some time.
So many pipes have burst due to the cold weather in Memphis, Tennessee. About 400,000 people have been told to boil their water as a precaution. U.S. troops have suffered concussions in an attack by Iranian proxy forces in Iraq. Fox's Lucas Tomlinson has the details.
A U.S. defense official tells me that these were Iranian-made missiles fired by one of Iran's proxy forces from inside Iraq. These were ballistic missiles that had to be shot down by 15 U.S. Army Patriot interceptor missiles. You know, you're not launching Patriots at rockets or other small arms. You're going to launch these missiles at ballistic missiles, and over 15 Patriot missiles were launched.
U.S. Central Command says several U.S. soldiers are being evaluated for possible concussive injuries. 2 British warships have collided in a harbor in Bahrain. The Royal Navy says the ships were damaged, but no one was hurt in the incident. The HMS Chengafold appeared to reverse into the HMS Bangor at a dock. The investigation is underway. 2 mine-hunting ships have been based in the Middle East to help protect merchant vessels. America is listening to Fox News.
Now, your official weather forecast.
It'll be partly cloudy tonight and very cold. The low tonight 4 below 0. Tomorrow's a partly sunny, very cold day again with a high 21. Increasingly cloudy tomorrow night, not as cold, the low 19. We start the week Monday with cloudy skies, a bit of snow and sleet with little or no accumulation. Not as cold Monday with a high 34. I'm Rose Tamburino on AM 560. The Answer.
Get the latest weather, traffic, and news updates online at 560theanswer.com.
Major phone carriers make you sign contracts with rigid data plans to trap you into a kind of forced phonogamy. Sounds pretty insecure if you ask me. At Consumer Cellular, we believe in a more consensual and healthy form of phonogamy, free of contracts and more flexible to your data needs. This way, you stick around not because we force you to with contracts and fees, but because you love our phone plans. Like ardently love our phone plans. Phonogamously. Consumer Cellular. When freedom calls, we're here to answer. Call us at 1-888-FREEDOM.
Look out, world, we're getting strong. The future's here and we belong. She can STEM, she can do more. Like build a rocket and watch it soar. Or clean the oceans and make the world a better place. Oh, she can STEM, so can you. Find a cure, invent something new. There's no challenge in the world that she can't face. She can STEM.
Learn more at She Can STEM. A message brought to you by the Ad Council.
We all know that aches and pains come with simply getting older, but it doesn't mean you have to accept it. That's why I want to tell you about a special lady, Leah from Ohio, and her Relief Factor story. One Sunday, Leah was sitting on the couch in so much pain she was literally in tears. That's when she decided to try Relief Factor. Just 8 days later, she found relief, and she continued to get better and better. To quote her, she said, "I am truly amazed at this product. Like me, who after 9, almost 10 years, almost a decade of lower back pain, lost that pain thanks to Relief Factor. If you're living with aches and pains, see how Relief Factor, a daily drug-free supplement, could help you feel and live better every day. Get the 3-week quick starter pack at relieffactor.com or call 1-800-4RELIEF. It all comes with a feel better or your money back guarantee. That number, 1-800-4RELIEF. relieffactor.com. Are you ready for an adventure of a lifetime? Journey with me, Dr. Sebastian Gorka, on the Patriots Alaska cruise this summer. It's an incredible opportunity to engage with me and other like-minded patriots on an epic 7-day cruise over 4th of July weekend. Witness the untouched wilderness of Alaska while discussing America's future. What could be better? Join me from June 29th to July 6th. Call 855 565-5519 or reserve online. PatriotsAlaskaCruise.com.
AM 560, The Answer.
Prepare to have your mind opened. The lies of the mainstream media are about to be exposed, and the hypocrisy of the left is about to be revealed. This is a revolution in how you think about politics, race, and culture. You've tuned into Black and Right with John Anthony on AM 560, The Answer.
I'm coming in hot. Yeah, coming in hot. Just like the You're in trouble. What are you gonna do?
Oh, boy. Gotta go out with a bang, baby. I got 2 Troublemaker Awards this week.
Uh-oh.
And you know what I've been doing for the past 3 weeks? I'm just asking the question, okay?
Uh-oh.
These 2 people, they have something to say, and I just want you to be real with yourself. And is anything of what they're saying true? First up, someone who America loves, Pat Buchanan.
You've also said that Congress is an Israeli-occupied territory. Now, what do you mean by that?
I said on the McLaughlin Group in response to a question, Jim, they said, do you think that the Congress of the United States will resist this demand for further aid? I said, through a crack I'd heard. I said, no, the Congress of the United States is Israeli-occupied territory. What I meant by that is the most powerful lobby in Washington, which Congress can't stand up to, one of the most powerful, is certainly the pro-Israeli lobby. It has gotten its way in this town year in and year out. And I don't think the automatic votes of the Congress of the United States for $3 and $4 billion worth of aid to Israel are necessarily in the national interest of the United States. And that comment, which is to ridicule the subservience of the Congress of the United States, is perfectly valid.
Do you believe there are members of the Congress of the United States who are voting the interest of Israel over the interest of the United States?
No, I think they're voting the interest of a powerful lobby, which they can't stand up to in many cases, one of many. They cave into lobbies all over this city. I think the Congress of the United States, where it's got brave men on both sides, is an institutional coward, and that when a powerful lobby can influence or defeat them back at home and they can't get much support on the other side for a vote, many of them who will even tell you privately, they will tell you privately, I can't stand up to that kind of heat, they will vote for it.
All right, now that's Pat Buchanan.
Wait, you sure that's not Phil?
No, that's not Phil. That's Pat Buchanan. Now, you tried to educate me some months back about Jewish hate, and it goes back a long time. I thought it just popped up all of a sudden. So I'm just saying, is anything Pat Buchanan saying true? Next up, a beautiful woman that I believe is sincere, Barbara Lee.
Racism, institutional racism, is in the DNA of this country. When you look at what has taken place, look at our Native Americans, the genocide of Native Americans. When you look at what has taken place as it relates to African Americans, the 250 years plus of enslaving African Americans, and then you look at the disparities now in our community in terms of health care, unemployment, the wealth gap, housing. You can't tell me that systemic racism does not exist. It's not just a little kink. Secondly, you have personal racism, which is hard to address, but I'll give you one little story that shows you why we need to understand that I don't think she really understands racism. I was walking from the House building on Capitol Hill to the Capitol, and a man, a white guy, stopped me and told me I could not get into the members' elevator. And, you know, we have pens, and I was going to vote. And he blocked me from getting into the elevator and told me I was not a member of Congress and it was for members only. I said, sir, I'm a member of Congress. And I showed him my pen, and he said, whose pen did you steal? Now, this is an example of what personal racism is and how people of color constantly have to deal with this each and every day. But systemic racism is in the policies of this country, and just look at what they're trying to do in terms of eliminating diversity, equity, and inclusion. They're trying to not allow for an equal and level playing field, and so it's a very dangerous position that she has. She's clueless.
Now, another question. Does racism still exist at the highest levels of government? I'm just asking a question. Don't tear my head off. I'm just asking. Hey, Pete, where's my Gary Coleman?
What you talking about, Willis?
That's what I'm talking about.
Villan.
Yes.
You don't think if this happened, show the tape. Where's the video of this happening? Because in there,
So you trying to say she lying?
A member of Congress hasn't lied before?
Barbara Lee.
What that mean?
She's sincere. I have no reason to call her a liar.
Are you serious?
Barbara Lee? I don't hear her saying crazy stuff all over the
Did she have
news.
her pen on? Did he not see the pen?
She said it basically didn't matter that she had a pen. He didn't believe it.
To answer your question, does racism still exist? Yes.
I said at the highest level.
Is it
of
systemic?
Congress.
No. I don't care. I don't care who disagrees with me. Racism is not systemic. There are racist people still who reside, and guess what? Most of them are from the Democrat Party. Look at all the stuff that Joe Biden has said about black people and Mexican people and Latinos. Can't using computers, can't understand how to get a identification. You don't think it's racist to say that black people can't get IDs? They can go and they can go party, they can drive, they can go. How they gonna buy liquor?
Why do black people let Democrats say all this stuff like, oh, most of them can't use a computer? Or,
That's my point.
Or know how to use the internet or get an ID. Why do black people let that go?
The highest levels of, you want to talk about, the highest level of racism is occupying, he occupies the White House right now. Joe Biden. There's numerous, do we have that audio, Pistol Pete, of Joe Biden and his litany of racist tropes? Oh, he's on the phone. I wonder if he has that list. I would love to. Oh, wait, hold on. I forgot about our buddy.
Oh, yeah.
Reverend, sorry, bro. I'm sorry, Reverend Larry.
Oh, that was me messing up in the beginning.
Dennis, you there?
No, I'm here. I was just listening to Verlon rant. I know he's leaving, but not really leaving. So he was talking about continuing resolutions. I was wondering how many President Trump signed during his presidency.
Yeah. Didn't have a budget.
So I took a look a little bit, Verlon, and so I looked here on a thing called Google, and in 2016 they signed them. 2017, 2 to 3. 2 to 3 or more in 2018, 2019, 2020. So why didn't Trump shut the government down?
Let me tell you something. He's not.
Hold on. Why didn't he shut it down?
Here it is.
He's the president.
Here we go.
He should have shut it down.
Listen,
he didn't do it. Why?
Listen, he's not the Speaker of the House. He doesn't control the purse.
He controls the veto pen, sir. He didn't have to sign anything. He didn't get what he wanted. Why
did he have a veto proof? Did he have a veto? Did they have a veto proof?
You said shut it down.
Could he have shut it down? No, honestly, could he have shut it down?
With a veto.
He doesn't. He could have vetoed the bill. He didn't have to sign it.
The Google. That was funny, Robert. He said the Google.
You know what? Don't try to throw me off. I needed to know the circumstances at that time.
No, but
I can't recall the circumstances at that time.
But he's right.
You don't have to know the circumstances.
Hey, Dennis.
The circumstances are nobody passes budgets anymore.
Dennis, we haven't had a budget since Bush's first budget, right?
Right. So why didn't Trump do that?
Villan?
Look, man, I'm concentrating on my segment, and I got a phone bro. I got a phone bro on the line, and I'm trying. Y'all going back to politics. I'm talking about my segment, man.
No, it's not. That's not politics.
Huh? I'm talking. That is politics.
And
what do that got to do with what Pat Buchanan said? What do that got to do with what Barbara Lee said?
Barbara Lee also is running for U.S. Senate. Doesn't she want more publicity?
Yep.
Oh.
I didn't know she was running.
Got him. Got him.
No, you ain't got me. You on politics. I'm talking about these social
issues. Up and listen.
Oh, Dennis, hold on. You still there?
Yes, sir.
I think I really would love for you to meet with Hannah. She's running in Fortness OC. I was telling you about her. I really think there can be something that you guys can do to work together. I really believe that.
Well, I would love to be able to help her. I plan on being in Springfield this time next year.
Yeah, and so does Hannah. How about that?
I'll see you there, Dennis.
Get close.
I'll see you there, Dennis.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
All right, Dennis.
You brought her in studio?
Yeah, she's in studio.
See, and you wouldn't even invite me in today. Huh?
Are you? Ooh, all liars should have their part in the lake of fire.
Hey, Dennis, I can't wait to hear you next week when you come into the studio. I heard you was gonna blow it up. I'm not gonna tell nobody nothing.
Say nothing.
I'm not gonna say nothing, but I can't wait to hear it.
because I have a feeling you might have a finger in my face again. I don't know.
Not gonna be here.
I'm not going to be here the next 3 weeks. I'm moving. I'm moving to Michigan.
Oh, okay.
That's why I wanted you here today.
Oh, okay. Well, you know what? Things aren't always as straight line as we'd like them to be, sir. But I will tell you, I look forward to discussing it with you, and I think it'll bring up some unique conversations. And can I say one other thing, John?
Yeah, you got 30 seconds.
I'd like you guys to talk about precinct committeemen and their value in helping candidates win, because candidates like Hannah can't win without their assistance.
That's it. Kevin?
Even though I heard differently on Friday.
Right. Kevin from Texas, that's his shtick. He calls in and talks about, you're right, precinct committeemen are so important. Did Phil drop the line? I was going to take him. I'm coming back from break. Phil, call back. I'll take you. We'll be right back.
Dr. Sebastian Gorka is getting prepped for a fight.
Are you ready for 2024? Are you ready for what the left is going to sling at those who love America? Let's make sure that whatever the crazies, those who hate America, throw at us, that we are ready and we are braced for the onslaught.
America First with Dr. Sebastian Gorka. Afternoons at 3, right before Sean Thompson at 4 on AM 560. The Answer.
Balance of Nature's fruits and veggies supplements, changing the world one life at a time.
I've just been doing great, and I just feel like it's a definite advantage to take them. Let me just say one other thing. I mentioned to my doctor that I was taking Balance of Nature, and they said they were very positive about that. And they said that was really good. That's a good product, and so I've been very pleased.
Step into the new year with a new you. Start your journey to better health by calling 1-800-246-8751 or by going to balanceofnature.com and signing up as a new preferred customer to get 35% off your first order, plus a free fiber and spice supplement with free shipping and our money-back guarantee. Go to balanceofnature.com or call 1-800-246-8751 and get this exclusive holiday offer by using discount code CHICAGO.
Freedom and liberty are important to all of us in Illinois, from Rockford to Carbondale, from Quincy to Decatur. If you're looking for civil, intellectual conversations with those shaping the future of freedom, try the Future of Freedom podcast with me, Scott Bertrand. We speak with leaders across the country in the greater conservative and libertarian movements. In-depth conversations about where the next intellectual battles will happen across the country. It's the Future of Freedom podcast. Find it at americastalking.com or wherever you get your podcasts.
A great smile can make you feel happy and confident. So when you consciously conserve your teeth, that glowing smile will show through. At Best Dental Group, Doctors Economos, Gavalis, and their staff are ready to help you create that perfect look or maintain the one you have now. Along with general dentistry, Best Dental Group is a multidisciplined practice with an orthodontist, periodontist, and prosthetic specialists on site. They use the newest breakthroughs in dental technology, such as titanium implants, Invisalign clear braces, and laser treatments. Don't let fear get in the way. They can recommend sedation to make your experience as comfortable as possible. Best Dental Group is located in historic downtown Bartlett and is a multilingual office. Call 630-830-4930. That's 630-830-4930. Or visit bestdental.org. Best Dental Group, sharing your conservative values and helping you to conserve your teeth.
Hi, it's Scott Tucker, host of Retirement Dakota with Scott Tucker, heard on AM 560 on Sundays at 8 a.m. and again at 5 p.m. I want to offer you a free copy of my latest book, Escape Illinois, Should I Stay or Should I Go? To get your free copy of my latest book, Escape Illinois, Should I Stay or Should I Go? Just go to retirementdakota.com. That's retirementdakota.com. And please listen every Sunday at 8 a.m. and again at 5 p.m. on AM 560, The Answer.
This is Black and Right with John Anthony on AM 560, The Answer.
Something new. Welcome back to Black and White Radio on AM 560, The Answer. I know I got a couple of my cop buddies listening to the show, sending me shots out. Bang! Banging! What's up, brother? Hope you safe out there, man. He said he's grinding out grinding out a double shift. You crazy, dude. Listening to you guys. True story, real quick. We're in the police academy, University of Illinois, Police Training Institute. There was a contest, and he had to walk on his hands and complete this. I don't remember what it was. What was it, man? It was a quarter of a mile. I don't remember. And if he successfully walked on his hands for, I forget the distance, we didn't have PT for the final week of being at the police academy. That dude walked and could have walked probably a whole nother mile. Just big, strong dude. Hey. And boy, we loved him forever for that, because we had to get up at the crack of dawn to do PT at the police academy. And we always loved him. Shout out to you, brother. All right. Who is Hannah Billingsley? What's your why? Why are you running? Why have you decided to run in this election cycle?
Yeah, great question. I probably get that question more than any other question. So I think the world is a better place when we're chasing our dreams. I think that's when the best books get written, books that shape generations. That's when songs that connect communities get composed, awe-inspiring buildings get built. And right now, people don't have the margin in their life to chase their dreams. They don't have time. They don't have money. And a lot of that is due to a lot of the regulations and shortcomings of our Illinois leadership. And so, because I am insisting that the world becomes a better place, I feel like I want to step in and do what I can to create more time and margin in people's lives so they can chase their dreams.
So that's your why.
That's my why. And then, on top of that, I think our district in particular needs people who are actually representing them, not like an autocrat who's saying, this is what I think and I'm going to impose my views, my beliefs, but someone who's listening to people.
Yeah.
And, taking that down to Springfield and saying, hey, this is what my district wants. This is what they need.
Yeah.
And I'm here for them.
Now, I've seen you on social media. I think you have one of the best social media games in the business, right? I personally believe that. How have the people, have they adapted or accepted the message that you're bringing? Are you going door to door? What are the people saying to you? What are some of the, because I think sometimes as politicians, we want to be heard. And I think that's the lost art of listening to the people. What are the people saying to Hannah? Hannah, this is what we want. This is what we need.
Yeah, I would say overall, like a message I keep hearing is that they want someone to come to the table who's an adult, someone who can build a bridge to the other side and just get something done. Yeah. They don't want someone coming in that's just repeating rhetoric and just, wanting to become popular, becoming well-known, but someone who's going to advocate for their needs. And a lot of it just comes down to what affects people daily. It's the cost of living. It's inflation. It's the things where people are, when they're at the dinner table, that's what they're talking about. Money, taxes, schools. Yeah.
Perfect word, rhetoric. So what are your top 3?
I knew it.
Let's go.
Issues that you're running on that you think the American people need to hear? Well, Illinois. You're running for Illinois, right?
Illinois.
That Illinois wants to hear.
He doesn't live in Illinois.
In Indiana now, but Michigan soon. But Illinois, what do you think they want you to stand for?
Yeah, that's a great question. I think a lot of people right now are concerned about public safety. And then also the economy, like lower taxes. And then this huge opioid crisis happening, especially like in DuPage County. Like every 2 days, someone's dying of opioids. And we don't really talk about that a lot, but it's a real thing. It's an ongoing thing, and it's only getting worse.
Yeah, that's true. I just had a friend die from
really
fentanyl. Took a bad pill. Yeah, when Dennis was hosting the show, he I didn't know he was going to say talk about what we were talking about between the break, and it was my friend. One of my friends died from that. So yeah, that's good.
So what about my top 3 best qualities? You want to hear those?
Yeah, for sure.
As my friend Mike Lapidus used to say, what are 3 things you love about me?
Come on, hype me up, Verlon. That's why I brought you on tonight.
Come on, Verlon.
Oh, my goodness.
Wait a minute. Now, he's still the enemy now. Don't forget that.
No, yeah. Who's your football team?
Oh, the football team of the people. obviously.
Well, what is that? Who's
Chicago
that?
Bears.
The
Chicago
Bears.
Oh,
Come
Jesus.
on.
37, 38 years of losing? Come on.
You know
gotta
what?
do better than that. You got to go against the grain.
Not everybody can be owned by the people.
Oh, well, since you want to talk about...
No, what I'm saying, that's a good... I mean, the people own Green Bay Packers.
Yeah, that's a good thing. You're right about that. What do you think about this new move for Sox Stadium to the 78th? They call it the 78th.
Wait a minute.
Mayor Johnson...
Wait, hold on. Come Sox.
He's in talks with the owners of the White Sox.
You better say Cubs.
It's Cubs all day.
I'm a Cubs fan, but I'm talking about Sox Stadium moving to, they call it the 78th.
The South Lot or something?
It's called the 78th.
78?
But what do you think about that? Sox Stadium not being in Bridgeport
I don't care
anymore.
because I'm a Cubs fan.
Yeah, as a Cubs, we don't really talk about that kind of stuff. Find it a little boring.
You're supposed to be about everything Illinois, everything Chicago.
No. You have to make a decision. In politics, you have...
Look,
now
there's serious stuff, and then there's not serious stuff.
Correct.
Baseball's the serious stuff.
Correct.
And, it's just different.
Don't you think the South Side will lose revenue, especially in Bridgeport?
That's the
and
Chicago
that area?
problem.
Now you want to talk about Joliet. Now you want to talk. Now he's from Joliet. Now you don't care.
Say it right. Well, you gonna get a ticket?
Joliet.
It's Joliet.
No, I'm gonna say it the way Mancow says it. Joliet. Joliet.
Joliet. No, but there's a Cubs caucus down there and a Sox caucus down in Springfield.
Oh,
So
yeah?
you got to pick.
Oh wow.
Yeah, in Springfield.
See, I didn't know that.
Yeah, I actually helped start the Cubs caucus.
Let's
down
go.
See, he's
there. They didn't have a Cubs caucus. They had a White Sox caucus. Myself and Sarah Feigenholtz, who's a senator now, I said, Sarah, we got to get a Cubs caucus going.
See, you know,
and
that's
we
a
built
political
the Cubs. We built the Cubs caucus. Go Cubs. Oh gosh. Have you reached out to some of the current elected officials in the area? Have you been going to meet with mayors, things of that nature?
Yeah, of course. Like, this is a huge people game. So every day I'm talking to people in the community, to mayors, leadership. I've met with Mayor Rubin in West Chicago, the mayor in Warrenville, Mayor David, who's just so committed to his city. I love it. And then last week I met with Mayor Kevin Wallace.
Yeah.
Got his endorsement. Really
Nice.
Yeah, appreciate that. No one knows that, so keep that
naming
between
it.
us.
Yeah.
Us.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Thanks, guys.
Have you reached out? Have you reached out to Mayor Johnson?
Not yet. He's on the list.
Really, Vlad?
She's the one messing with me.
not even
She's
her
over here
district,
poking me. You don't see it.
She said West Chicago.
Victimhood doesn't look good on you.
Oh, she said West Chicago, not Chicago, Vlad.
Yeah.
She lives in West Chicago, not Chicago.
Everything's Chicago. You know, we don't have an east side. It's far south side.
Wait, Vlad, you know the city West Chicago.
Yeah,
No, she lives in the city.
I'm
West
tired
Chicago.
of everything being
This
called
dude.
Chicago.
No,
I met-
Vlad, it's actual city called West Chicago.
I understand, but I met someone from Aurora that talks like she's from Chicago.
Did Erwin follow you? I saw he set up an Instagram and
No,
Twitter.
I
Richard.
I talked to him a couple of months ago.
He's in D.C.
He's still in D.C.?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. You got me all discombobulated now. I forgot my questions that I had for her now. How dare you?
She's jabbing me. I have to. I'll push back.
I know you do.
Do you want these tissues, or are you good?
You're cleaning my clock right now. I understand.
Vlad, what you gonna do?
Hey man, I like a fighter.
Oh,
I love a fighter.
Speaking of fighting, that's what you're gonna need. That's what you're gonna need to do. Be a fighter, and not be. A lot of people when they go to Springfield, let me tell you, they want to go down there and they want to be heard. Understand what you're gonna come up against. Learn the lay of the land. Learn who the power brokers are. Learn all those things. You don't have to always be heard. Go there and learn, and then attack. And one of the reasons why is because of the guy that just got off the phone. But in 6 months' time, I was sitting at the table negotiating. I was one of the Second Amendment negotiators. Heroin legislation, House Bill 1, Lou Lang and I. Dennis Rebelletti brought me along, and that was the Lang-Anthony bill that passed, House Bill 1, where we combated and went after heroin because a lot of my family members were hooked up on drugs. My own mom was a drug addict. My aunts, my uncles. So it was personal for me. And that's what I did when I went down. I kept my head down and I watched. and I learned, and that's why I was a. You said you want to reach across the aisle? That's how you do it. We'll be right back.
Gonna say I think that Tucker Carlson is the easiest and the best choice. It's the easiest to give us a chance for victory. Now, whether or not Tucker wants to be vice president remains to be seen, but we trust him. He's 100% America first, and we can waive the lie detector test for Tucker. There's no mystery. We know what he believes.
The Charlie Kirk Show. Afternoons at 1, right before Sebastian Gorka at 3 on AM 560. The Answer.
Fox News, I'm Roger Stern. 3 days until the New Hampshire Republican primary, and Nikki Haley is focusing on frontrunner Donald Trump.
She's doing that particularly by comparing Trump to Biden. She says both men are going to be too distracted by investigations, and she says no one wants two 80-year-olds as president.
Fox's Brian Yennis in Peterborough, New Hampshire. Haley has the endorsement of New Hampshire Governor Chris Sununu. After 2 weeks of harsh winter weather, we're learning that 61 people have lost their lives. Fox's Jill Nato.
The state that's seen the most deaths is Tennessee, where traffic accidents and hypothermia have claimed at least 17 lives.
More blistering cold in the forecast. Parts of the nation could see wind chills of minus 30. America's listening to Fox News.
It's a new year, and that means New Year's resolutions. Hi, Amy Jacobson here, and if one of your New Year's resolutions was to do more to help others, then we want to let you know that you still have the opportunity to make a difference in the lives of children in Latin America and the Caribbean through Food for the Poor. Your donation of just $80 provides food for an entire year for 2 children. That's life-changing. Just because the Christmas season is over, that doesn't mean that the need has gone away. Food for the Poor is a faith-based organization that works with partners on the ground to make sure these children are fed. You know, we talk a lot about the root causes of our immigration crisis, and one of those causes is the situation in many of these countries. This is your chance to help take care of others. To make a donation of any amount, just visit 560theanswer.com/foodforthepoor. That's 560theanswer.com/foodforthepoor. Thanks again for your generosity.
Feel like you're trying to push a boulder uphill wearing skates? If you run or manage a local business today, you're challenged like never before. We get it, and we want to help. We're Salem Surround. We're a full-service marketing agency that'll help you increase your customer base by designing incredibly effective plans to reach your consumers day, night, and everywhere they might be.
If you're a local business and want to see what Salem Surround can do for you, visit surroundchicago.com. Remember to visit surroundchicago.com today.
Have you been struggling to find an easy, safe, and secure document scanning solution for Salesforce.com, Microsoft 365, SharePoint, or OnBase by Highland? Your struggle is now over, and it's time to get your documents and operations into the 21st century. With IoT Smart Connected Scanning, it's easy to turn physical paper into digital documents and have them directly uploaded to the cloud with IoT Smart Connected Scanning from IDT. And you don't need a degree in computing or IT to make it happen. Using QR code technology uniquely configured for your specific business, anyone can set the IoT Smart Connected Scanning device up in 5 minutes or less, saving your organization money and valuable time. Remote employees can even capture documents and send them safely and seamlessly. Organize documents efficiently and securely with IoT Smart Connected Scanning from IDT. To see a demo or to order now, go to ready4idt.com. That's ready4idt.com. Use promo code SMART and receive 10% off your order. IDT, putting paper in its place.
When you're in the market to buy or sell a home, commercial property, or even vacant land, let attorney Susan J. Kim step in. She's reliable, responsive, personable, and extremely thorough when helping you deal with an otherwise stressful transaction. Attorney Kim leads with her values and is committed to providing legal services with excellence. To contact Attorney Kim, visit sjkimlaw.com. That's sjkimlaw.com. Whether it's drafting agreements, negotiating contract terms, or closing on a property, Attorney Susan J. Kim can do it all. Over 10 years of experience and her wealth of knowledge tackling complicated legal negotiations and breaking them down into a smooth, easy-to-understand process is what she does best. So let attorney Susan J. Kim step in. To schedule your legal consultation today, visit sjkimlaw.com. That's sjkimlaw.com or call 847-906-3166. Susan J. Kim Attorney at Law is a state of Illinois licensed real estate attorney.
Retirement planning can be complicated. From asset and legacy protection to retirement income and extended care, you need a plan. Tune in to Retirement and Income Radio, hosted by well-known Chicagoland financial educator Mark Kohler. Mark helps listeners in or near retirement protect their savings from market volatility while creating lifetime guaranteed income. Listen to Retirement and Income Radio Sunday afternoons at 3:30 on AM 560 The Answer, or call Mark now at 844-619-SAFE.
And now, more Black and Right with John Anthony on AM 560 The Answer.
Switch your attitude. Welcome back. Black and White Radio on AM 560 The Answer. Got a question for you. Marvin Gaye? Or George Michaels?
So I don't know if you know this, but I'm a millennial.
Uh-huh.
I don't know who that last guy is.
George Michaels?
George Michaels?
Okay, all
How
right.
would you know Marvin Gaye and not George Michael?
Because like Meghan Trainor sings a song about Marvin Gaye.
Wham, Duran Duran.
Hey, Pistol, play
Are these your cousins? Who are these people you're talking about?
Hold on, Cyndi Lauper. It was all 84.
So Pistol Pete's gonna play a George Michaels. That's what Villan calls him, George Michaels.
Yeah, you don't remember that song?
I heard this in the elevator coming up.
Are you? Come on, man. You messing with me? It's George Michael.
Oh, that's George Michaels.
The guy with the look.
The look.
The sex appeal. Mr. Sexy.
No,
Marvin Gaye looks like he just stepped off of a street corner.
Play Marvin. Find a Marvin Gaye song for me.
Come on.
Everybody knows Marvin, Villan. Nobody knows
I don't believe you right now.
Yeah.
I don't believe it.
Hannah, don't lose that. Don't lose that personality. Springfield will try to change you and shift you from that personality. Be authentic. Be you. Have a witness everywhere you go. Don't just, I'm telling you, have somebody there who can stand and follow you around everywhere you go. It's tough down there. It's a different beast. It's a different animal. What my entire goal in life now is to help people make sure they don't make the same missteps that I made. So I want to help as many people as possible understand. I even talk to Democrats like this, not just Republicans. I've helped a few. I've talked to a few Democrats because they call me, dude. You know, everybody knows my story. Hey, can we have dinner? Can we have lunch, coffee? And I say, yeah, because I'm open about my failures. I'm open about because I believe what John Maxwell says. You fail forward.
That's good.
You know, I'm failing forward. You learn because I've learned much more about my failures than my successes. A success lasts. It's fleeting, but failure, it stays with you. You remember how it made you feel, and you never want to have that feeling ever again. That's where I'm at in my life. So don't lose who you are as you go down there. I'm telling you, your votes are going to be programmed for you. They're going to basically try to tell you how to vote. Some of it may be smart because they understand your district. They understand the issues that's in your district. Trust your gut.
I would say one of my best qualities, since we haven't gotten to that part of the program yet.
She basically told you to pose the question, Villan.
I said, let's go. I want to hear your best quality.
The question.
What's your best quality?
Let's stay focused on the things that matter. So,
okay, all right.
One of my best qualities is that I assume the best in people. Like when I'm engaging in conversation, I never assume that person is lying to me. I never assume that there's a secret agenda or, that has definitely not always worked in my favor. Yeah. Like I've gotten taken advantage of, all the things. And, just would never assume that, when people I talk to are not always working for my good or my benefit. So that's something definitely I have to grow in, and thankfully, like what you said, people down there will be able to guide me. But it's one of my favorite things because when I'm talking to people, it's never in the back of my mind are they telling the truth?
Right.
Like, I can just engage in conversation, and in my mind, they're a really decent human being. I have a lot to learn from them. And when we can all learn
Ronald
from each
Reagan, trust but verify.
It's good.
Trust them, but verify.
And I'm going to tell you something. This is one of the worst states other than New York to be dealing with politicians on the other side of the aisle. You have to be skeptical. You can't. I want to find a good
I say
word.
now.
Yeah, because I want to find a good word to use instead of naive. You have to look at these people and understand they are working against you. Look at the policies that these Democrats have put in place since they've taken the majority. Even before they took the majority.
Oh, you talking about you talking about D.C.? She's in Springfield, though.
I'm talking about Springfield.
Springfield,
J.B.
okay.
Pritzker and
Chris
company.
Welch and
Look at what they've put forth. All of the
it's
policies.
a progressive agenda.
It's horrible.
Yeah.
So don't go in there thinking that you can just have dinner with them and you can talk it out. No, you have to.
You have to do that. You have to go to the dinners because that's going to happen. Because lobbyists are going to take both sides of the party out to a dinner. You go to those things. But you still stand your position. I took money from lobbyists and still voted against their interests, and I told them that I took no public sector union money, none. That was my line. I didn't take the pension. I'm sure they probably told you don't take the pension. I wish I would have taken it now. I'm not gonna lie.
All you have to serve is 2 years, and then you get the pension, right?
Basically a term. One term is a day.
Okay. All right.
I haven't gotten to the part of this where I know what the comp plan is. I'm still in the
Yeah. It'd be smart you not take the pension, though.
Say less.
I think that'll be a smart
I'm gonna just
move.
mooch off of Verlon.
Yeah,
there you go.
Do that. Do that.
I'll become big once I get to Michigan.
Because the taxpayer. With that, we'll be right back.
Balance of Nature's fruits and veggies supplements, changing the world one life at a time.
Honey, I am like a different woman. I mean, finally one day I kept seeing that commercial and I said, what the heck, what do I got to lose? I started feeling a little bit better. So I got my sister on them. I got my daughter on them. I can't say enough about them. I really can't. Those commercials that you all do is the truth.
Step into the new year with a new you. Start your journey to better health by calling 1-800-246-8751 or by going to balanceofnature.com and signing up as a new preferred customer to get 35% off your first order, plus a free fiber and spice supplement with free shipping and our money-back guarantee. Go to balanceofnature.com or call 1-800-246-8751 and get this exclusive holiday offer by using discount code CHICAGO.
We all know that aches and pains come with simply getting older, but it doesn't mean you have to accept it. That's why I want to tell you about a special lady, Leah from Ohio, and her Relief Factor story. One Sunday, Leah was sitting on the couch in so much pain she was literally in tears. That's when she decided to try Relief Factor. Just 8 days later, she found relief, and she continued to get better and better. To quote her, she said, "I am truly amazed at this product. Like me, who after 9, almost 10 years, almost a decade of low back pain, lost that pain thanks to Relief Factor. If you're living with aches and pains, see how Relief Factor, a daily drug-free supplement, could help you feel and live better every day. Get the 3-week quick starter pack at relieffactor.com or call 1-800-4RELIEF. It all comes with the feel better or your money back guarantee. That number, 1-800-4RELIEF. relieffactor.com.
Getting your guaranteed maximum refund with TaxSlayer feels like discovering a refund tree has grown in your backyard.
I'm the refund tree.
Sawing off its branches.
Hey!
Feeding them through a wood chipper.
My branches! My beautiful branches!
And dancing in its refund rain. Start for free and get your guaranteed maximum refund. TaxSlayer. File fearlessly.
Go with your gut. Your dog's immune system is based in the gut. A diet lacking in nutrients can cause itching, scratching, and a weak immune system. However, there is a solution. DINOVITE, Dinovite.
It took a grand total of 2 weeks. The dog stopped itching, the hair stopped falling out.
Try Dinovite for free. Just pay shipping and handling. Learn more at dinovite.com/radio.
Happier, healthier with every bite. Over 1 million pets helped with Dinovite.
We now return to Black and White on AM 560. The Answer. Here's John Anthony.
Welcome back. What, Lon? The mic's not on.
She said that was Justin Bieber.
I think she was joking with you, Lon.
I'm taking it serious.
That's Marvin the Gay. That's Marvin Gaye.
Somebody's online that agree with me.
Hannah, thanks so much for joining us today. Before we take that call, there's another question I have for you. What's so distinct about you, or what's the distinction between? Don't say the name. Between you, because you have a primary. What's the distinct? And I have to offer your opponent the opportunity to come on as well. But what separates you guys? What's the distinction between Hannah and your opponent?
Sure. Yeah. Obviously, that's a question I get a lot.
Yeah.
My opponent is about 10 years younger than me.
Mm-hmm.
And so, obviously, with age comes a lot of experience and a lot of wisdom. I'm not as old as you, Verlon. But I know a thing or two.
Nobody's older than him. He's the oldest one there, 70 years
How
old.
is Moses these days?
I look like Moses. If you see my beard, if you're watching us online, I do look like Moses. I'm not cutting it this time. I miss my beard.
I do too.
Man, my beard used to come down to like my chest.
So a few other distinctions between me and my opponent. I mean, there's quite a few. So I have a track record of being a conservative. You can look me up in the voter database, and I'm just really consistent with my track record.
Oh, you're not a plant?
You know what? There's a little rumor. So yeah, I'll just address it. I am just a full-blown conservative. And so my opponent doesn't have a track record. He hasn't voted, or he's not in the Illinois GOP database, is how I'll put that. He's been campaigning for 6 months, and he's raised about $1,300 from outside money. I've been campaigning for 3 months, and I've raised about $21,000 outside money. I have 57 unique donors to his, handful.
So somebody's believing in your message.
Yeah, someone's believing my message. And look, when he was 20, so when we were 20, we all did kind of crazy things. I mean, I know that was kind of a long time ago for you, but
very.
But when my opponent was 20, he went to a Black Lives Matter rally and was holding a sign that said "Police the Police." And there's an article written about it. Medium.com wrote an article about it. And I know when you're especially when you're 20, your brain's not even fully developed, and so really, it doesn't develop to your 25, is what they say.
24. It's up to 25 now.
It's up to 25.
I thought it was
inflation.
24. It was in this. Oh,
yeah,
okay.
Yeah, inflation. So, so there's those things. He campaigned for a really liberal Democrat, which again, I don't have a problem with that. You got to get experience somewhere, but it just points to the fact there's no track record of him being a conservative, whereas I have one.
What's your district made up of? So you'll get a good feel of like where he is and where you are. It's
a blue district, is what you're saying?
Yeah, it's a.
Well, you know the plus number. It's a plus what number? Plus 10, plus 12 Democrat district.
Good questions.
Yeah, find that out. Find out what the district is. That's a good question, Falana.
And poll where those Democrats, where they lie. Like are they moderate? Are they progressive? Middle of the road? Because if they're progressive, they might like his message.
Sure. So when I went door to door, I didn't care who answered, right? I just go door to door. I share my message. And I would say even the Democrats that I talked to, I got a bunch of them signing my petition because they really liked me. And it's because I am just naturally a bridge builder and I'm authentic. I think, the fact that I say a lot and the word they're like, oh, that's me. That's the way we talk at our dinner table. And to answer your question, a lot of them are moderate. They're just common sense Democrats. They're not, extreme or radical like our current representative, Mara Hirschauer. They're just normal folks who just think a little differently.
Right? Was that an appointment or did they run and win?
She was elected.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you talked to former state rep Mike Fortner?
I did, yeah.
Yeah.
He actually lives in my neighborhood. He
He's
was
a
one
great
of the
dude.
first calls I made.
Yeah, he's a great dude.
I've heard a lot of great things about him.
He was the smartest person in Springfield. No, seriously, he's like a nuclear physicist or something like that. He is the smartest guy.
Wow.
Yeah, he teaches at NIU. I don't know if he's still doing any of this, but he taught at NIU. But
Yeah, he's still teaching.
Oh, he does.
Yeah.
Okay, let's go back to the phone lines. Nick from the Northwest Side.
What's up, Nick?
What's up?
Hey, thank you. I want to say again, I enjoy your show all the time.
Thank you.
It's educational, sometimes fun, sometimes controversial. Did you hear that, Villan?
Yes, I did.
Yeah. Oh, I thought you left. I thought you were gone already.
Not yet.
Michigan.
Not yet.
Oh man, I'm sorry, man. I opened my mouth too soon. Oh boy. Man. But anyhow, no, I like you, Villan. Really, I
love you too, brother.
You're an honest guy, and I love you, man. About 10 years ago, approximately, it might have been a little more, a little less, there was a black man who was in the state of Illinois in Springfield. I forgot if it was as a representative or as a senator in the state of Illinois, and he spoke out about against something that he felt the Democrats are not doing correctly and what wasn't right and wasn't following like the true democratic principles of a country like this. And, well, I don't remember his name, but I remember that he inspired me. But then all of a sudden, that was it. And even the news media. See, this is, again, where the news media is up to 95% pro-liberal, progressive, pro-democratic party. Even they downplay whatever might have happened. Probably he was told, like, listen, now, you're not going to be reelected. You're not going to be slated. You want to go off into the pasture and live your life and do whatever you want. Fine, just don't bother us anymore because we don't want to make trouble for you. But if you make trouble for us, that kind of I can imagine that's what goes on. And I just I'm so uncomfortable with what goes on with these left wing, especially Democrats.
Yeah.
So anyhow, listen. Wish you well. Wish you a safe trip, Roland, and thank you very much for taking my call.
Thank you, Nick.
Appreciate it.
That sounds like Hollywood and Ricky Henderson, doesn't it?
Well, he served for 22 years.
Because he told it like it was.
But he did.
He didn't care.
Yeah.
We'll be right back.
Getting your guaranteed maximum refund with TaxSlayer feels like discovering a refund tree has grown in your backyard.
I'm the refund tree.
Sawing off its branches.
Hey.
Feeding them through a wood chipper.
My branches! My beautiful branches!
And dancing in its refund rain. Start for free and get your guaranteed maximum refund. TaxSlayer. File fearlessly.
Go with your gut. Your dog's immune system is based in the gut. A diet lacking in nutrients can cause itching, scratching, and a weak immune system. However, there is a solution. DINOVITE. Dinovite.
It took a grand total of 2 weeks. The dog stopped itching, the hair stopped falling out.
Try Dinovite for free. Just pay shipping and handling. Learn more at dinovite.com/radio.
Happier, healthier with every bite. Over 1 million pets helped with Dinovite.
Hi, I'm Henry Winkler. My eyes are very important to me. My eyes connect me with things I love. I loved my late father-in-law dearly. He always lit up a room, but his vision dimmed with age. He had age-related macular degeneration, or AMD. And since partnering with Apellis, I've learned there's an advanced form of the disease called geographic atrophy, or GA. His struggle with vision loss made me want to help others know about GA's warning signs. For some, straight lines seem wavy, like when looking at a door frame. For others, blurry or missing spots can make it hard to read or see loved ones' faces. Many have trouble seeing in low light, making driving at night difficult. GA gets worse over time and cannot be reversed. If you've been diagnosed with AMD and notice vision changes, don't wait. Talk to your eye doctor about GA today. Learn more at GAWon'tWait.com. That's GAWon'tWait.com.
It's the show the mainstream media doesn't want you to know about. It's Black and Right with John Anthony on AM 560. The Answer.
Welcome back to Black and Right Radio on AM 560, The Answer. I'm your host, John Anthony, live in the studio with Verlon, the troublemaker Galloway, who's leaving us, and Hannah Billingsley, candidate for the 49th State Rep District, Legislative District, I should say. Let's go to Terry. I'm going to give you a minute to make your pitch to the voters of the 49th as to why they should vote for Hannah come, what's that, March
19th.
March 19th. Let's go to Terry first. Terry, hey, how's it going?
How you
Haven't
doing,
heard
Terry?
from you in a while.
I'm okay. I'm okay. I'm glad to talk to you guys.
Yes.
And I don't want Verlon to leave.
Oh,
No.
that's so sweet. Thank you, Terry.
I do. Goodbye. Good riddance.
I have a small footprint.
Go ahead, Terry. What's up?
Hey, I wonder if Democrat politicians fight so hard to stay in power is because they'll lose the big salary they get until they can get their pension.
Ooh. It's a good point. Good question. It's a really good question.
Honestly, I think it's all about the power.
Yeah.
I mean, of course, it's about the money, what deals they
Thanks
can make.
so much, Terry.
You know, what money
Hey,
they can
Terry, wait. Did I hear you? I heard you, was it on Dennis Prager or Mike Gallagher last week? Did you call in? She left us. Terry.
Oh, dang.
Let's go to Don from Naperville. Don.
Hey, Don.
Hey, long time.
Hi, how are you guys doing tonight?
Doing well.
right.
Hannah, thank you for the courage for running. I just have a quick question for you, please. As a woman of faith, I wanted to get your understanding. It seems like there's so much chaos around us everywhere. What are some areas that you think are so vital that we really need to seek God's wisdom on for planning and preparing, especially so we can speak life and speak hope into people's lives? Where really there's such a deficit.
Good question, Don.
Yeah, thanks for the question. And I'm so excited to hear from more of you. I would say just about everything is we take it to the Father, right? And so if you consider our community, there's endless needs. There's poverty everywhere. We have people who don't even have the dignity of living in a house right now, and they're cold and they're hungry, and there's children that are without fathers and mothers. And so I would say, to answer your question, everything we take it to the Lord. Everything we make it a matter of prayer. And I can't fix it all and you can't fix it all, but there's some need that we can meet. And so some of these problems all around us, our government wants to create policies and they want to spend money and try to fix things with money and policies, and you just can't regulate some stuff.
Yeah.
Sometimes it takes the hands and feet of the neighbor, even yourself. And so it's up to us to help one another.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah, that's true.
Thanks so much, Don. All right. In a minute, why should people vote for Hannah?
Yeah. So thank you. I think people know what they're getting with me. My friends and my family, look, I'm not a perfect person, and they will be the very first to tell you that.
True.
But the one thing I have going for me is I'm authentic. I'm the same person when it's just me in the car, when I'm on a road trip with a friend, when I'm speaking at church, when I'm at a conference. I am always the same person. I hold my same convictions. I hold my same values. And I'm a really good listener. And I'm committed to being the world's best listener in our community. And I'm committed to hearing people and taking their thoughts and their needs and bringing them down to Springfield.
Where can people find you?
Yeah, you can find me. My website is votehannah.com. My email address, this is the important one, hannah@votehannah.com. I answer every single email. I don't have a big staff. I want to hear from you, and I want to know what you're thinking.
Hannah, thanks so much for joining us. Troublemaker.
All right, brother.
Thank you, brother. Pistol Pete, thank you. Guys, I'll see you next week. I don't know about Valon, the Troublemaker. Galloway, he won't see us next week because he'll be gone to Michigan.
Yes.
Hannah, work hard.
Is this Marvin Gaye?
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Belly of the Beast coming up next. Don't go anywhere. See you next week.
This is Jerry Boyer for Townhall.com. Ultra-liberal New York Congressman Jerry Nadler just made a very strange case for illegal immigration.
Forget the fact